I mean, when they first made the trade, I thought Bryce Young. I thought they was trading up for C.J. Stroud. Some obviously over the course of time they've had time to analyze. Maybe they traded for C.J. Stroud. I mean Bryce Young all along. I mean, I think he could be a difference maker at the quarterback position. Like I agree with you, Big G. Just his stature kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah.
Being 5'10", 195, 194.
Yeah.
So I think the draft really starts with this next pick.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Tom, what do you think about this pick, man? I mean, we've had our opinions and we've been super opinionated. And let me introduce Tom from We Are DC4L. He's here rocking with us, and here with us for the draft, man. What do you think about this, bro? Like, honestly, are you feeling this Bryce Young pick?
Tom
You're
muted.
on mute.
No, I'm not. I have Anthony Richardson 1, CJ Stroud 2, Bryce Young 3. I really like Anthony Richardson's upside. Bryce Young is just, I mean, you guys are saying it. I don't really have a lot to add to it. I mean, the guy's 185 pounds. I mean, like, what's the quarterback that we look to and say, this is what this looks like. This is what this working out looks like. Like, I don't know who you look to. You want to have some example of it working in the past, and and not try and break new ground with, can we make this work with somebody who's 5'10" tall?
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, he hasn't been absolute garbage, but I mean, like, he is not like that. That's not what the Cardinals thought that they were getting, right?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
In particular, the post Call of Duty release, every year, Kyler Murray. That's not what they thought they were getting.
Absolutely.
So I think Bryce Young, as far as I can tell, he checks literally every box pretty much. Like, short of, he doesn't have the arm that a Richardson or that a Levis does.
Second pick is in. CJ Stroud is going to the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I think they got the better deal.
Yeah. Go Bucks.
I think they got the better deal. I really think they got the better deal. Hey, Afton, how you doing? Thanks for tapping in with us. Yeah, I honestly think they got the better deal. I think they got the better deal. He's the better quarterback. Listen, he showed out. I'm talking about showed out against Georgia. CJ Stroud did not lose that Georgia game. He didn't lose it. It was Ryan Day. Ryan Day lost that Georgia game. He was the one that took the ball out of CJ Stroud's hand when CJ Stroud was acting a donkey. He was stomping with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, for real, it was when he proved, A, that he's a willing runner. He proved, B, that he's an accurate passer. And I just think Houston won on this. I think Houston won. And that's the reason why I believe they made the pick, because they were like, oh, you're going to be dumb enough to take Bryce Young? We're taking C.J. Stroud. I think if C.J. Stroud would have went first, Houston would have came off that pick.
Tate, how'd they get the car to the podium? How'd they get the car to the podium?
Sha'Carri Richardson.
No, Rocket Raccoon, baby.
Hey, man.
Sha'Carri Richardson.
Hey, they Speedy Gonzalez, the Flash, the card over there, man.
I was surprised, man. I was expecting Tennessee to come up and trade for CJ Stroud. I mean, they had to take him, and now with their next pick, they take Jackson Smith and Jigba at pick 12. Their offense is potent, and man, I don't know. They picked up Case Keenum, right?
Yep.
So does CJ Stroud beat Case Keenum out of camp and day one starter?
Oh, yeah. CJ Stroud, day one starter.
Absolutely.
Day one starter. Yes. Great one. Carolina did take Bryce Young. Unfortunately, they definitely did. That's what that was. And Timothy said, I thought Stroud was going to Indy. Nope. Nope, he didn't make it. He did not make it. Tom, what do you think about this pick, man? Talk to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a fine pick. I mean, he's certainly in my eyes got a lot more upside, than Bryce Young. I'm just really, I just feel like Anthony Richardson is the pick to make, but I feel like it's close. I just love the upside. And when I'm drafting a quarterback, I kind of want to know I'm getting a guy that is either going to be this like elite, top 5 type guy, or they're going to be trash and I'm going to be picking in the top 5 again. I don't want somebody that's going to, go out and get 8 wins, you know what I mean? Or 9 wins. So that we're just kind of, middling in mediocrity for the next 10 years. I don't want that. It's like, give me Anthony Richardson. Either he's going to be a star or he's Jamarcus Russell, and we'll run it back, and we'll do this. We'll do this again in 2 years.
Right. We drafting our way to mediocrity. Like 8-8. Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, come on, man. Nah.
Great
man.
One says he likes that pick. You mean you like Bryce Young in Carolina, huh?
No, I think he's probably talking about Stroud. And like Stroud's a good pick. Like I do think it's a good pick. My appetite for risk is a little higher than I think most people's are. I think Stroud is way more likely to hit his ceiling than Anthony Richardson.
Oh, absolutely. Sure. Absolutely. I mean, Stroud, I think Stroud is actually a good starter and a day one starter for Houston.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's a better quarterback. I don't see it, man. Hey, Bryce Young gonna have to take. He's gonna take his lumps.
The little fella, literally, little brother Damian Tate said, Carolina wins the division this year, barring injury. I think you got to put some respect on them Saints with Derek Carr in that division.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, Tate, read them comments. We got like 20 comments on Facebook. Or you got it up?
Yeah,
no, we already got through them. We got through them.
That one was from Facebook. See, Tim Lyons said he couldn't find on YouTube either. You must have done something, Mark. I found it now.
I got a notification earlier about it.
Yeah, it's on
there.
there.
I got it now, but when I said something, I had been looking for it. You asked why I was quiet the entire show. I've been looking for it. I found it after I said something. So just go ahead and admit that you did something wrong and you fixed it.
Get him, Tate. That's what I'm talking about.
No, I can't help it that your computer skills are whack.
Oh, wait. You gotta read Jason Rader's comment on Facebook.
He said, I met Bryce Young in Carolina. They don't have much of a supporting cast, so they need somebody who already has a high floor like Bryce Young.
That ain't Jason Rader's comment. Just said
I'm just reading the great one here.
91 Spartans were hard too. Tate was a force on the gridiron. I'm saying shout out to the homie Tate.
Tate was a force on the gridiron.
Hey, it wasn't nothing like that 89-90 state Final Four losing to Cincinnati Moeller in 3 overtimes, 31-28 squad.
First of all, we're not talking about
ain't
junior high squads.
Hey, since we got to kill time between picks.
Arizona just traded the pick. Arizona just traded that pick.
We knew that. Who went up? Probably the Bears. Probably Chicago.
We finna see who went up. Oh, the pick is in already.
I thought you said they traded it.
They did. Houston took it.
Houston traded back to 3?
Houston came back in.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my God. This is wild. It's getting wild already.
Houston went back-to-back 2-3?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Houston got a lot of draft capital.
Oh my God.
What they have to go do to go from 12 to 3?
We got to get we have to get the specific.
Who's the pick? It's Will Anderson.
It's got to be Jalen Carter, right? It's got to be
Will Anderson. It's Will Anderson.
The pick already happened. It was Will Anderson.
It's Jalen Anderson. It's got to be one of them too.
It might be Paris Johnson.
Oh my God, this is hilarious, man. They about the business.
They can't have 12 if they get moved up to 3. 12 got to be gone.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be Will Anderson, I think. What do you guys think?
That or Jalen Carter.
Yeah. So you don't get nobody to protect him. You don't get another line.
You don't trade up. There's so many good tackles in the top that are going to be available at 12. Like you can get one. I don't know why you trade up to 2 to get a tackle. There's like 5 really good tackles
right there.
Remember, what did they give up to get from 12 to
3? We got to find that out.
Woo, but I called it. I said there was going to be 3 trades in them top 10, 15 picks. There's number 1. There's number 1.
Golly.
And guess what? Wild. Somebody is going to call Indianapolis and offer them the mortgage, the farm, because somebody's in love with Anthony Richardson. Somebody's going to get that boy.
But Indy needs a quarterback though.
I know, man. But man, if you could go from like 4 to 7.
Jordan Addison. Is Jordan Addison?
They didn't take
No.
Jordan Addison.
No.
Oh my God! Don't
Oh
tell me
my
that, man.
gosh, man.
Don't tell me they took
Golly.
Jordan Addison.
Oh man.
No, I'm
I'm
watching it
messing-
live. Hold on.
I wish they
I'm messing
would.
with y'all little
Oh, my
fellas.
God.
I
man.
wish they would. That give us something.
I
to talk
promise
about.
you, I'd have shut the computer down if you said if it was for real, Jordan Addison. I was done. I'm like, no, this is the
Golly.
most
Will
effective-
Anderson. Will Anderson is their pick.
I get it. I get
Wow.
it. I get it.
Wow.
I get it for this reason. DeMarco Ryans is the head coach. The Will Anderson is DeMarco Ryans 2.0. I get it.
D'Amico Ryans and
D'Amico Ryans.
Bobby Compton say Cards get 12, 33 first next year and a third next year.
Hey, that's a good trade.
So they gave
That's a
him
good
12,
trade. 33,
a first next year and a third next year.
That's a good
Whew.
trade.
Whew.
Hey,
They probably, I think they still got a first from the Browns coming next year too.
Man,
Yes.
bro, do you know what type of draft capital y'all just gave up?
but
You said
that was
they
worth
gave
it,
up
bro.
12, 33, and then next year's first and third.
Bro, that's
Yep,
two
that's
picks
right,
in this
Tom.
draft.
Hey,
That's-
by
that's-
the way, good call on Will Anderson too.
Hey, that was worth it though, fellas. That was worth it. You got your 10-year anchors. You just anchored your team.
You're right on both sides of the ball.
There's your captains. There's your captain. Because I'm gonna tell you something about Will Anderson. People will say, oh, whatever else. He did his job at Alabama. But Will Anderson is an alpha's alpha. Will Anderson is Ray Lewis type. Alpha male, extraordinary alpha male. When he walks into the locker room, cats is going to look, not just because of who he is and where he got drafted at, but how hard that kid works. Will Anderson works real hard, man. You know, and so like that's what you got. You got, I'm not calling him Ray Lewis. I'm not saying he's Ray Lewis, but I'm saying you got an alpha male, an alpha's alpha, and you can't lose with having an alpha's alpha on offense and defense, you know, and they walk in together. Stroud and Anderson walk in to change the Houston Texan culture.
So great 103 on the live chat on YouTube said he don't think that was a good deal for Houston.
Yeah, so it kind of doesn't seem like it at first, and I don't know how teams are valuing the draft picks in this draft and then the next, but
Yeah.
if you look at this little like draft value chart, you know, that's public, it's like this, it kind of lines up. If you assume that Houston's going to be drafting like somewhere in the middle of the round next year, and then you also say a first, you know, next year is the same as a second this year, and you know, a second next year is the same thing as a third this year, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Then like it's pretty close.
Well,
I'm kinda-
they have so much draft capital from the Browns trade of Deshaun Watson and the Laramie Tunsil trade to the Miami Dolphins.
Yep.
They got so much draft capital. I mean, they may be giving up one of the Browns or Dolphins picks, which those teams are fighting for the playoffs, so they might be like in the 20s.
Yep.
Yep.
That's a good
Tate,
point.
I hear you, and great one. Great point. I just feel I do understand what he's saying when you need help at so many different positions, right? You need a plethora of players. Did they get two of the best in this draft? Absolutely. I mean, they got a monster defensively. They got a monster, and then they got their quarterback of the future. This CJ Stroud's really good.
Yeah.
But man, you lose 12 and 33. I mean, those are some really good picks. You just lost. Now the Cardinals, who need prayer, they're getting the answer to their prayer right there as well. You know,
The Cardinals gonna clean house.
the Cardinals are gonna clean house.
Buda Baker, D Hop, they out of there. They cleaning house. So
Houston apparently has a definite
I
idea
agree. I
of
agree
what
with
they
Afton.
want to do. Okay, Afton, I hear you.
me too.
They got like Big G said, they got a pillar on offense and a pillar on defense.
Yeah.
And with their pick 12, I mean, they got the guy they wanted for their second pick. So they got two. Instead of having 12, they got the guy they wanted at 3. So they understandably they don't have 12. They gave up 33, and they had to deal with next year.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, and they might have just got the 2 top guys on their board, and they might be right.
No, I think they did get the 2 top guys on it. Not might have. They did.
Yeah.
And you all know with Houston was a lot of talk back and forth about was it going to be C.J. Stroud or they going to take the defender Will Anderson? Well, they shut everybody up. They just got both of them.
Right.
Exactly.
And the Colts pick is in. We're finna see the Colts pick is in right now. We're gonna make sure that we get this in. But I'll agree with you, Tate, on that.
If I was the Texans, I would have took Will Anderson first and C.J. second, so that quarterback cost would have been a little lower.
Hey, Afton, get ready for the sign because it might be the second sign of the show if the Colts jack this up. Because I'm telling you, if they go with the guy who I think they're going to go with, the sign going up, Afton. Get ready. Get ready.
You think it's going to be Will Levis?
If it's Levis, the sign is going up. If it's Levis, the sign is going up. There ain't no way in the world. Because and the reason I'm saying that
Anthony
is
Richardson is smiling right now. So it's probably going to be Anthony.
Yeah, Tom said it. Tom, I agree with you 150%, bro. Anthony Richardson has the highest ceiling right in the whole thing, man. If you hit on him, you straight for 10 years.
Yeah.
And you can win your division. So I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it.
Everybody in the live chat seem to think they're guessing their predictions Anthony Richardson here.
Yeah.
It is Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson comes off the board.
Good pick.
He comes off the board. Uncle Earl over there, who got half bald and half dreads. Listen, let's have some etiquette right here, man.
Why you call Uncle Earl? Is that his name?
let's have some etiquette. If you're going to the draft for your nephew and you got a bald George Jefferson, you don't come with the Predator look now. Don't come with the Predator look.
But my question is his name really Uncle Earl?
I don't know, man. He looks like an Earl.
Because that's my dad is my cousin's Uncle Earl. My dad's name is Earl.
Oh man. Oh my God.
Hey, there's a whole bunch of Earls at the cookout. There ain't nobody upset. Look, what I'm saying is at draft etiquette, you going to New York, you lay out your suit, and you're going to support nephew. Make sure your hair look right, man. Don't do that, man. You're gonna be on TV. You don't get it talked about. Don't do that. Uncle Sean know better. He come right. He come with his suit laid out. He be good.
Tom, what was you going to say, man? What was you going to say?
I don't think I was getting ready to say anything. I don't know.
Yeah,
probably nothing important. Probably nothing important.
Oh, Tom, come on, man. You be having nuggets, man. What was you going to say, man?
I really don't know. I don't even remember that I was trying to get anything in. I don't know.
Hey, we got it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tom. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say my mind resets like every 10 seconds. So once I
got a question. We got to kill time between picks. I want to ask Big G and Ma the question.
Yeah.
Y'all brought up Nate the Great, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then y'all tell me one time Nate the Great took both y'all on and whooped y'all cats?
Whooped us.
Ma, you want me to tell it, Ma, or you gonna tell it?
No, I'll tell it. I acted crazy, man. I was in the TV room and I was laying on the couch, and Dad came in and Sean was in the kitchen getting some water or something, and Dad came in. He was like, "Hey, I need for y'all to cut the yard." Well, something got into me because I told him I ain't cutting nothing, and I said it like that, and he was like, "What?" And then I actually got scared because his look changed. So I was like, well, maybe I probably shouldn't have said that. And Big G came around the corner and he was like, yeah, we ain't cutting nothing. He was like, okay, outside, and I'm like, oh, shoot, what we done did. So he was like, hey, if you could put me on the ground, you put me flat on my back, I'll cut it. If not, y'all get over here and y'all get to cutting. So me and Big G, we said, hey, look, G, I'm gonna take him up top. Now at this time I'm 5'9", probably like 170. G is in his athletic prime. He's about 6'2", 250, 260. I mean, we nice, specimens. So I jumped at him. He caught me midair and threw me halfway across the yard. I go into a tuck and roll And I'm in the, I grabbed the mower and just start going, I look over there, Big G still wrestling. I'm like, what's the use? It's over with. Our strategy failed. You know what I'm saying? Our strategy failed.
Hey, man, he had left out the most important part, man. He left me hanging, man.
Hey.
He left me over there. Mod hit the ground, rolled, jumped up, pulled the lawnmower, woo, and just took off. And I'm screaming like, Mod, man, come on, man. I got punished.
Ma, why you leave your brother hanging like that, man?
Our strategy failed. It was over with. You know what I'm saying? I realized when I felt that type of strength that this man possessed, it was just no need for me to go back. It was no need for me to go back to the well at all.
You should have boarded, dog. You should have held on, man. Come on, man. We're supposed to take one together for the team. You let me put in a pretzel, man. What's going on, man?
That was one I didn't want to take.
Pretzel?
Oh, he put me in a full Nelson.
Hey,
he put me in a full Nelson.
But the thing that G won't tell you is I did cut most of the yard anyway.
He did. Because I couldn't breathe because I got put in the Nelson.
Big G, your dad was probably about 21 years older than you?
No, actually 18.
So when y'all did this, he was like 35, 36.
Yeah, he was 36.
Still 6'2", 6'3", 225, and could beat any high school dude.
Hey,
and I dare anybody. I dare
belt.
any guy on the Lima senior team from 1987 to 1991. If you out there listening to us, you did not beat Nathan Gurley in a race. I promise you didn't.
He couldn't beat. He couldn't beat Todd Simpson.
He smoked him. He smoked. And I don't see so bad. Todd Simpson. You name him up, Mike
Ricky
West,
Mills.
line him up, blew him out, blew his drawers off, blew him out. Pop had superhuman speed, superhuman. I'm not making it up. This dude was fast.
No, he's not making it up. First and foremost, I found out how fast he was because we were racing. We went to the front yard. I said, man, you ain't gonna beat me. You know what I'm saying? At the time, I'm running the 4.640. I'm like, I'm a sophomore in high school.
Yeah.
I got down to a 4.4 by the time I graduated, but I'm running 4.6. I'm like, he ain't finna beat me.
Bobby Condon said, old man strength. That's a thing too.
It really is a thing. And he gave me, Vic, and Sean a head start. We took off. We were all at the line together. This man stood at the line, waited till we took off, probably like 3-4 steps, smoked us. In some blue jean cutoffs.
Yeah.
In some blue jean cutoffs.
Yeah, with no socks on and some sneakers. No socks. He took his house shoes off and just put some sneakers on and went out there and got us. Blew our doors off.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Claude.
Yeah, I think it's Jalen Carter as well. But it actually could be another quarterback.
No, if they go Levis here, they trash.
I could have seen him doing it if it was Richardson or if like Stroud had fallen, or something like that. But they're not Levis, right? Like that's not.
No, Levis is the same guy as the guy they got that they traded in the rush trade. What's his name?
They used to play for the Broncos.
Yeah, started some games for him too.
Drew Lock.
Drew Lock. Same guy as Levis.
Hey man,
I like Levis. I like Levis more than y'all though. I just don't think Seattle gonna take it.
Let me just go ahead and get it out the way, man. Come on, man. Just let me go. Just go on ahead and get it out the way, man. After that's for you, Afton. Just let me get it out the way, man. Come on, man. Get up out. If they go right, come on, man. Come on, man.
Shout out to the fam T Tate. Thanks for joining us, cuz.
Mm-hmm. For sure, man. They ain't going. And Levis might fall out the top 15 right now.
Hey, he said. Bobby Condon said Nate had kangaroos when he came to the Comets practice.
Yes,
probably so. So.
Yes. Him and my cousin Dimitri was rocking them rude boys with the zipper on the side, looking like Air Force Ones. He had them. All white.
And that's because of sweetness. Everybody wore them kangaroos because of sweetness. Sweetness was out there in them kangaroos.
I had kangaroo cleats for a minute.
Witherspoon.
They took it. It's already done?
Yeah, Witherspoon.
No, it ain't done already. Is it really, man?
Man,
For real?
my TV is behind this live stream right here we got up on YouTube, and obviously we behind Tom. So I'm way behind. The pick is Witherspoon.
Yeah, that's what I've got. That's what I've got on PFF right now.
Hey, Tate, we talked about this off camera, man.
Yeah,
Legion of Boom 2.0. Legion
I
of
said
Boom.
he is that is a Legion. That is a DB in the mold of a Legion of Boom DB if there is one in this draft.
well, yeah, but you got Witherspoon, and you got last year's third or fourth round pick Wooten.
Yep. And they got Kobe Bryant from Cincinnati to play the slot. Yep. Yeah, they nice. They nice. They doing something over there in Seattle. But hey, so Detroit. So if that's legit to pick,
that's legit to pick. Devin Witherspoon. I don't know. I don't get, but okay.
Hey,
we don't
Detroit,
get what?
Him being the number one cornerback.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. He's the number one cornerback. Now you don't get. They can win another position.
I mean, they did need a cornerback. I just thought that they would address that later. I would go after somebody on the D line, but okay. You got two good cornerbacks last year. Yeah. Two youngsters who can ball, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Devin Witherspoon looks like he could play. Looks like he'd fit nicely in the slot. He could probably play some safety too. The way he sees the field.
Yeah,
he kind of sees the field like a safety.
Hey, so
Adams is still over there, right?
No,
like watch this dude. Watch this dude hit. Watch this hit right here. Watch this hit. You guys seen this one?
Ooh,
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, Big G.
Yeah.
Big G.
Yeah.
That's that Big Ten football, boy.
Yo, come on, man. Come on. You
That's that Big Ten football.
You know how we get down up here. You see the BIG on the field out there, buddy. We get down like that, man. We getting it down.
Bobby Compton said, "Can we get Carter?"
Yeah, that's a good one too.
I would love for Detroit to take Carter, Bobby.
Hey, if Carter fall right here, boy,
I'm gonna tell you something. The one thing I do know about Witherspoon,
don't go here.
Witherspoon he gives you slobber knockers, a whole bunch of slobber knockers.
Yeah, he does.
You get a ton of slobber knockers with Witherspoon.
Yeah, hey man, the tape. Listen, you know how Maz say men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. You know what else don't lie? The tape. The tape don't lie.
The tape don't lie.
Then the tape showing you what's happening right there. That boy can play.
Yeah.
Woo.
So let's get it in. Let's get it in for the Big
man.
Ten.
I mean, I think by I don't say by far, but he's the best corner in the draft that brings you the coverage, the physicality, the ability to blitz off the edge and play the nickel.
Yeah.
I mean, he just does everything. I mean, I think Christian Gonzalez is the best pure cover corner.
Yep.
You know, like you just say, hey, stay with that guy, or your back pedal, your hips be fluid and you move with him. I think that's Christian Gonzalez. But you just want a football player, playing corner, Witherspoon's your guy.
Oh
yeah, without a doubt.
He has a whole bunch of hits that where people get up feeling like they had COVID because the taste. Shout out
LeBaron Riley on the Facebook comments. He said that Booger McFarland just said Legion of Boom 2.
Yeah, he did.
We've been me and you've been talking about it for a couple of weeks. They got a culture. They have an identity in Seattle, man. And
Pete Carroll bringing it back.
Yes, sir.
We ain't letting Russ cook no more.
Yeah,
we all about this defense, and Gino just doing what needs to be done.
Yeah.
Afton, thank you for the plug. I appreciate that. I really appreciate the plug.
Hey, so I got a question for Tom.
Yeah,
Tom, if Jalen Carter don't go right here, how far does he fall?
I mean, I think I could see the Raiders taking him at 7.
Really?
I mean, I don't think he necessarily tumbles. I mean, like I could see Levis going. I could definitely see Levis going to the Raiders.
Yeah.
I could see Skoronski going to the Raiders.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't see him getting out of the top 10. I just can't see it happening. You think Jalen Carter falls out of the top 10? Do you think that could happen?
Hey
man.
This could easily be Tyree
Tom.
Wilson. This could easily be Tyree Wilson. I mean, for real, It could happen.
So
This
okay,
could be
I need
Christian
somebody.
Gonzalez.
I need
This could be
somebody to.
Christian Gonzalez.
Yeah.
I need somebody real quick since we got some time. I need somebody to explain the Tyree Wilson like appeal to me because like I don't get it because to me he looks like a 3-4 end that we just keep calling an edge rusher and like I don't see the edge rusher. Like I don't see that there at all.
You don't
And,
see
like,
the bend?
have you seen the first step? Like he does not have a quick first step. And like where are these like 290-pound edge rushers like in the league? I mean, it's like, do we think he's JJ Watt? I don't think he's JJ Watt. Like
No.
there's not really a lot of guys like that, right? Like to me, he looks like a 4 or 5 technique. Like that's what he looks like.
Yeah.
And I mean, you just don't really see a lot of 4 or 5 techniques like go, top 10, even top 15. Like
he's
that doesn't
Myles
happen a lot.
Garrett.
You think he's
so?
Myles Garrett?
I mean, aren't there there's specs on size, weight, and all that stuff about the same?
He's bigger and slower, isn't he?
Yeah, he's
He might be a little slower.
That's a heck of a comp, man.
He's slower, but Myles Garrett is just, I mean, the Incredible Hulk, though, bro. Like
Bobby Condon said the Lions traded out.
They booked out. Who went up?
Lions traded out. They said they all need drug tested in the morning.
he said he think they on that
there's-
stuff.
There's trade number 2. I got one more to go.
So the Cardinals come back up because
go.
they want Tyree Wilson.
Oh,
And they gave up 12 and 34.
There it is. Lions received.
Oh, the Lions loaded now. 12, 18, 34, 3 picks.
The Lions
Ooh.
about to cause some damage.
Ooh.
They about to cause some for real damage.
Big G.
Yeah.
The question to all our peeps. The Steelers going to make a move, man. Are they going to make a move?
We got to go, man. We got to go. Let's go. Let's go get Paris, man. Let's stop fooling around with it. I give you 32 and 17. Let's go get Paris, man. We got to go.
Where did
Let's
Paris
go.
play college? Where did Paris play college ball at?
Man, time. It ain't no
Hold
secret
your-
time.
Hold the sign up for yourself.
Time.
Hold the sign up for yourself.
We know what
Hold
time
your
it
bias
is.
sign up. Hold your
That ain't no
bias sign up.
bias. That ain't
Hey,
no bias.
it's not
We got to
biased.
go
It's
get
not
him.
biased. It's
We
not
got to go
biased.
get him. Let's go. I give up 17 to 32. Let me get Paris.
Hey, you know your guys better than anybody else. That's all that is.
Tate, we get Paris Johnson. I'm ready to roll. I'm ready
You
to roll, dog.
You rather Paris Johnson over Jalen Carter?
I ain't going to go get Jalen. I'm going to get somebody that's going to take care of my quarterback, man. I'm going to go get somebody that's going to take care of my quarterback. For real. I need somebody to make sure.
LeBaron Riley, right? I think he said Paris Johnson going right here to Arizona. Arizona still get the guy they want.
Yeah. They got to get somebody to protect
LeBaron Riley. Let's see, they pick his in.
Paris Johnson. Paris Johnson is a 10 to 12-year starter, will be a Pro Bowler at least 5 or 6 years, and possibly, I ain't saying Hall of Fame yet, but he has an opportunity to become a Hall of Famer. No, I'm for real. Paris Johnson is a technician, bro.
No,
He's
I
a
believe
technician.
You show a great deal of restraint by not putting him in the hall just yet. Big
Oh,
G.
well, Tom. Let's talk about what we heard last night.
Oh
Tell me what we heard last night, Big
Oh
G.
my God! Oh no,
Hey,
you
man,
get him,
I'm
man.
just
You get him.
playing, guys. I'm just playing. Like
Last
Paris
night-
Johnson, that's a good.
Last
that's a good
night,
pick.
last
That'd
night,
be a good
somebody on this podcast, I ain't saying no name, said Dak Prescott
Paris
gonna get
Johnson.
MVP vote.
pick. Hey,
Paris
I'm
Johnson
shooting
is
my
the-
shot. I'm shooting
Hold
my
on.
shot.
Paris Johnson went to the Cardinals right here.
Yeah, because they knew Chicago was sitting at 9, and they know that the Bears wanted Paris Johnson, so they got to jump back up to get him. Paris Johnson is a 10 to 12-year starter. He's going to be in at least 4 to 5 Pro Bowls. I'm telling you, and he possibly could play himself into later on his career, if he has a productive career based on his projection, a Hall of Fame jacket. This kid, this is the best tackle that's been in Ohio State since
First
Orlando
of all,
Pace.
Big G, let me say this. That man's suit is clean right now.
Yeah.
Hey, that boy's suit is clean. He might be the cleanest in the draft right now.
He's the best tackle that's played at Ohio State since Orlando Pace. Ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. He's better than Corey Stringer. He's the best tackle that's played at Ohio State. Period. That's a whole lot. That's saying a whole lot.
LeBaron, we want to thank you for your call. That was a great call out there, man. Great call out there. And then Claude said, how do we feel about the Lamar Jackson signing? I'll let you go first, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I see Big G shaking his head. I figured everybody'd be happy about this.
Oh yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, like super happy for Lamar. You know, didn't really think he was doing himself a lot of favors throughout that process, and I was worried that it's like he's cost himself some money up to this point. Like I've seen the comparisons with some other quarterbacks that he came in with, or kind of around the same time, and he's made considerably less money because he's put off signing an extension.
Yeah,
and so I kind of worried about him, up until the signing. So I'm super happy. I think I saw it was $185 million guaranteed. That's more than Jalen Hurts got. So, I mean, excluding Deshaun Watson, I mean, that's the most guaranteed anybody's ever gotten. He's going to make $52 million a year. Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm happy for Lamar. I'm glad he got his money.
Yeah. G?
Oh, yeah. 260, 185. They should have paid the dude from the beginning. I mean, like I said, like Tom said, they didn't do no favors by getting an agent. But now that settles the dust and all the smoke and everything that was going on over there in Baltimore, now let's see what they build. Because, they got a first-round pick that can cause some damage. And I don't hate Baltimore. They're in my division, but I wasn't really looking forward to it. I wanted them to ship that boy clean out of town. Send him to purgatory. Send that dude to purgatory. Send him to the Rams. Somebody we ain't never gonna play.
Or if you do play, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta go into purgatory. Get over there. But he's in the division, so we got to deal with him.
Tate, I want to hear your insight on this, man. Talk to me about Lamar Jackson.
Lamar got his bag, man. His mama got his bag for him. He ain't hired no agent. He ain't did. Got to pay nobody no 10%. He stuck to his guns. Let the market reset itself with Jalen Hurts, and he went just above Jalen Hurts. So I mean, he got what he had coming. Took a minute. Now I'm back worried about the AFC North. That division gonna be tough again. I'm hoping Lamar's gonna get shipped out. Tell you the truth.
Yep.
But the Steelers don't have. He got to lose a record against the Steelers just for the record.
Yeah.
But it still makes it tough.
So who we think that the Raiders take here? The Raiders take it this pick.
They're gonna do something stupid. They're gonna do that. That's the history, man. That's the history.
I think with David Arnett from Ohio State, Henry Ruggs, and this recent run of Raider pick that got in trouble. Not that I think Jalen Carter's a bad pick. I think the Raiders stay away from him, though. I think they go either Tyree Wilson or Will Levis.
Yeah, I think the Raiders go Christian Gonzalez, too. I think that's the pick here. That's the play.
I mean, it makes sense. Oh, they're going to trade right there. 633. Oh,
the first and third.
Oh, the capital. The capital. But it's, I mean, let me say this. GMs don't
look at Aeneas Williams.
Yeah, they just don't create draft boards based on how they think and feel. These guys put a lot of research and time and energy and effort, because guess what? If you screw up a first round, you might not have a job next year.
Yeah, right.
So my draft clock on here is down to 3:15. On my TV, I'm at 3:50. So
it's
my
actually
TV is
at
officially
244 right now.
Yeah, I'm at 234. I'm at 230.
Oh, see, that's why I'm so behind, man. What
Reboot.
y'all watching? I got it on I'm actually got it on my streaming TV, so I could be behind. Makes sense.
Hulu, dog. Hulu. Hulu getting it in right now.
Tom is watching it on PFF. It's live. It's live there. They're updating it pretty live.
Yeah, so we got it.
I'm trying to keep up with the Facebook's comment.
The pick is in.
Here we go. Come on, man.
Let's see what they're talking about.
Levis or Carter, me and LeBaron Riley saying.
Yeah, LeBaron says Raiders go Levis or Carter. Bobby Compton said Carter.
Hey, man, Mel Kiper is right now pulling up his norm, shooting his normal. He up there bragging for Levis and all whatever else. Mel Kiper, you done moved up the pendulum. You done went from trash to hot trash.
And if it's Levis, I want you to apologize to the OG.
I ain't apologizing to Kiper.
Mel is over here saying, my guy, Will Levis. I don't understand how that's your guy. Tell me how that's your guy.
Because he hot trash. I don't he can be OG or not. He hot trash. Listen, Levis don't fit, bro. Levis don't. So you're gonna sit him behind Jimmy Garoppolo and see what you got.
Hey, shout out to Ben Lamping, the homie Ben Lamping watching us on Facebook. I guess he told me it's live on ESPN. I got it on ESPN, but because I'm in my room where I got streaming, not cable, I'm behind.
Yeah,
Tyree Wilson.
It's in already.
Yeah, Tyree Wilson.
Hey, that's a good pick. They didn't screw it up.
Tyree Wilson, that's a really good pick.
I said Tyree Wilson or Levis. I'm reading LeBaron's comment, got me saying Carter. I said Wilson or Levis though.
Yeah, we give you credit, Tate. Don't get fat. Don't fall out. We all right. We got you.
I'm over here in my GM bag all night. Just want y'all to know.
All night, you in the bag all night.
We all bagging it. Listen, I will say this, man, and if you guys haven't checked this out on the KnoItAllz podcast on YouTube, go back and watch the mock draft specials that we put up on for the KnoItAllz podcast, and check out the ones that we put up on Fans First Sports Network with Tom and Mod and me and Tate for the mock draft stuff, man. We was on the money with a lot of picks, man. So we just ain't bragging. We're as a team, we've been in our bag and been on this draft stuff for months. So, it's paying off now because we sound like we know what we're talking about. A little bit.
Just what I'm saying?
Just a little bit.
We know it all.
Yeah. What Tyree Wilson out there looking like an old new school pimp.
Nah, hey, you know who he reminds me of?
Yeah.
Dion. He looks like Dion.
Prime?
Yeah, with his shirt open with the chain hidden. He ready. Rather than wear no shirt.
Dion had them berries and juices though.
Oh yeah.
He did, but Dion had the flat pane glasses and everything.
It's out there dripping, bro.
I remember Dion before the draft. He said, tell what'd he say? He said something about tell Troy Aikman don't throw my way or he gonna drop.
Hey, and he backed it up too.
Backed it all up.
You didn't go towards prime. It's causing problems. Hey, Tate, while we got a minute in between the picks, top 2 corners all time NFL.
Deion Sanders and Rod Woodson, not necessarily in that order.
Oh, so you saying Woodson maybe in front of prime?
He got more interceptions. He got more Pro Bowls. Just like I said about Christian Gonzalez, Deion is the best cover corner of all time.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
But when you talk about the full football game,
yeah,
Rod Woodson got just as many kickoff and punt return touchdowns too.
Yeah.
Was the question
more interceptions?
Was the question DB? Is that what the question was?
Not cover corner. What's the best? Who's the best corner all time? Tom, what's your 1-2 all time?
I'd probably go Deion and Rod.
Deion and Rod, okay. Mod?
Yeah, but I mean in that order.
Okay.
In that order for sure.
Okay. Mod, who you got? Top 2 all time corners.
Deion and Rod. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's consensus.
Absolutely.
So we know what we're talking about. We know
Bobby Compton said the island. I guess he's talking about Revis Island.
Revis, yeah.
Revis is in my top 10.
He's up there.
He is up there. And that's saying a lot to say you're a top 10 corner of all time.
Yeah. But it ain't nothing like prime,
Prime, right? 2 Steelers in there. In there.
Tyree Wilson is from Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah.
How did you get to Texas Tech from Anchorage, Alaska? Like your family must have been okay. There it is. They moved to West Rusk, New London, Texas. There it is.
Yeah.
That's how it happened.
I was going to say they relocated because his father,
had to be in the Air Force or the Army, some service or something.
Yeah.
LeBaron Riley said prime is DB1. Darrell Green is up there too.
Darrell Green is definitely up there too.
Yeah.
I say Darrell Green, Mel Blount. Who else? Obviously, Revis.
Yeah,
You got to
Revis
put
Island.
Champ Bailey up there, right? Champ Bailey.
Champ up there.
How high up would you put Richard Sherman?
Right outside the top 10.
Yeah.
Top 15, man. Right outside the top 15 for me. That's at least 15 better.
I think everybody we was talking about got man coverage skills. Richard Sherman really didn't. He was a zone corner. He was good at what he did, and he was an integral part of that.
I mean, Everson Walls is better than me, not just not just a Cowboy. He's better than I mean, for real. Who's had more interceptions?
We got people going back. Jason Rader says Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott did play corner his first couple of years.
Yes,
then
he
moved to safety.
But he moved to safety after that. Night Train
Lane. But Ronnie Lott is a top 5 safety all time.
Yeah,
definitely.
Absolutely.
Hey, Claude said Mel Blunt in the live chat, man, on YouTube, man.
Oh yeah, Mel Blunt. I said Mel Blunt top 5.
Yeah.
Night Train Lane is in there as well.
Yeah, Bobby Connor said Night Train. I didn't see him play though. I'm going off people I saw play. I heard a lot about Dick Night Train Lane.
So what about Aeneas Williams?
I think he's a Buckeye too.
Aeneas Williams.
That's a good call, man. Aeneas
he
Williams
might
was
be
a dog.
right around 10 to 12. I'd have to really write down a list of. I agree.
Yeah.
And Night Train Lane was actually from Austin, Texas, old Anderson High School.
Ohio State.
Night Train Lane.
Ohio State.
Yeah. Once again.
Y'all was stealing. Y'all was stealing early.
So let me explain for y'all that don't know this, watching this on the KnoItAllz. Me and Tate, diehard Buckeye fans. But we know and understand how we get victories in Ohio State. We are probably the most thievingest college football program in the history of college football program. We go wall to wall, coast to coast, north to south, east to west. If you can play football, come on down to Ohio State. And we goes and gets, especially Texas, we be down there just robbing.
Robbing them blind.
Look at J.K. Dobbins, Jackson Smith and Juka. I mean, I could just stop right there and
the quarterback from Wichita Falls, not the 2 years ago. What's his name?
J.T. Barrett.
Yeah, Barrett.
Yeah, we goes and steals down
David
there.
Boston.
J.T. Barrett might be one of the most accomplished players in Ohio State history.
Yeah, going in the circle, going in the ring. Without a doubt, going in the ring.
Did y'all mention Quinn? I mean, I know he didn't play, but
Quinn Ewers, they plucked him out.
He couldn't cut the competition.
Yeah, but I mean that's the point, right? Is that you guys y'all get the ones that aren't even getting playing time up there.
And then the boy Manning Gray chased him away from UT from Texas.
Yeah, well, no, he gonna play this year and then he's out of there.
Yeah. Nah, he redshirting this year. He's gonna shirt this year.
No, I'm talking about the Ewers. Ewers, this is it.
Ewers is gonna get it in.
Hey, and he better play right because Maude, I don't watch him take one to back up.
Bobby Compton said Dick LeBeau.
Yeah.
Old Dick LeBeau.
Yeah, dog. No.
All right. Hey, Big G.
Yeah.
Where you put Lester Hayes at?
Ooh. Lester was 1 though. Lester, I think he comes in my top.
Probably 12, man.
Yeah, he's in my top 15.
11, 12. Yeah.
Lester Hayes was like that, man.
He was nasty, man.
He was
had
like
all that stickum all on his hands, rubbing it all on everything.
Not Ty Law, but what's my other Michigan dude?
Seabiscuit.
Charles Woodson.
Yeah, Seabiscuit.
He had what all on his hands?
Stickum. They used to put that. Used to put that stickum all over their hands and all. Their hands was glue.
Where did he get the stickum from?
They was cheating.
If he give him Chubby Palms a rest, he wouldn't have stickum on his hands.
And they had you go back and look on the tape. They had so much stickum all over their pants.
Big G, you're not getting my joke, man. You're not getting my joke.
I'm getting the joke, but I'm telling you that they was out there cheating.
Right over your head.
But they have that right now in the NFL. Those gloves that those guys wear. Listen. I saw it. I was at the Woody a couple weeks ago. I saw some of them dudes on the field catching the ball coming out of that gun machine, and bruh, that ball was coming. It wasn't like soft. They was one hand and stop. Man.
They don't have to use stick them more. Them gloves, man, that they have nowadays is grabbing everything.
Yeah, in our era, Newman's. One drop of water hit a Newman's, it's a wrap. you might as well take them off, throw them in the garbage, because they ain't worth a nickel after a drop of water hit them Newmans. Now they got gloves to stop the ball.
After saying the Eagles traded up to pick 9, so they went up one spot with the Bears.
That's Jalen Carter. That's Jalen Carter.
Atlanta got Bijan.
I swear I started to tell y'all that.
I told you. So for all of y'all out there that said that Bijan Robinson was not a top 10 pick, how you like me now? I've been saying it for months. Bijan is that guy, bruh. He's that guy. So and great pick, because now Atlanta's maybe a quarterback away, maybe a slot receiver, from putting something offensively together.
Tescadero, I didn't even see you had Tescadero out there. Hey, man, for real, Bijan is nice, man. Bijan Robinson's a generational talent. And when I say that, I don't say it lightly. He's the best running back that's came out in 10 years.
No, he's not better than Saquon.
If you look at it, look at this. Look at that. Look at that balance. That balance is ridiculous. And then
he's not better than Saquon, though.
Look, he ain't better than Saquon.
Yeah. I think so.
Big G, hold it up. Hold it up, Big G.
He'll prove that. Look at this. I'm not saying if y'all are watching the tape, remember the tape don't lie.
Did you see Saquon's tape? We're just saying he's not better than Saquon.
Oh my
God. Tom, he making me itch, man.
This makes him better than Saquon. Right there.
He's making me itch. I gotta show the side.
His pass catching ability makes him better.
I mean, Saquon can catch the ball too. I mean, I'm with you. Like I do think that Bijan is slightly better. He's a little more. He seems like he's a little more efficient with his movement than Saquon.
You a Longhorn fan, Tom?
It's his balance.
I'm not an Ahmad Bell level Longhorn fan. They won in 05, and I've like passively paid attention. When you get ready to win 11, 12 games, let me know and I'll pay close attention.
So who's your college football team that you root for?
I root for the Longhorns.
Okay. That's all I want to know.
Hey, Mod, I heard a little secret from the grapevine today about an upcoming game going on with a team up north in some Texas. Somebody called and told me a little secret.
Michigan.
Oh, yeah. I heard about it. All right. And guess what? I'm coming.
You going?
Yeah, I ain't wearing burnt orange, though.
That's good. By
then, all our KnoItAllz gear will be worked out. I'm going head to toe KnoItAllz. Pass out flyers, cards. Yeah.
It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. So the Eagles received the 9th pick. The Bears got the 10th, and they got a 4th round pick for next year.
What the Bears get? Read it again, Ma. I didn't hear you.
The Bears got the 10th pick, and then the 4th pick in the 2024 draft.
4th rounder.
4th round pick.
That ain't bad.
4th rounder next year.
They moved up one spot for a 4th rounder. That's a win.
Yeah, and Philly took Jalen Carter.
Oh.
Hey,
that's what Philly took?
I'm happier about that than if they had gotten Bijan. I'm just glad Bijan didn't fall.
Yeah, me too. I might would have cried real tears on the podcast.
So wait a minute.
Jordan next to, Jalen Carter next to, what is it? Jordan Davis? That's nasty. That's nasty. Like, that's scary for real. But it's better than Bijan. It's not much better, but it's better.
It's better.
Could you imagine if they get 30 and they get Keely Ringo? Oh, they trying to have the University of Georgia touchdown.
Georgia North
and Philadelphia. Man,
you think they'll go corner?
Late with 30? Yeah. Either now they might go, if he on the board, they might go Darnell Washington. And that would really cause some problems. They going big boy 12 with that. With Dallas Goedert, Darnell Washington, my man from Alabama, Smith, AJ Brown, and
but
Jalen Hurts.
You think Hurts is good in the 12?
Yeah. What you call it? What you call it? A slot receiver anyway. What's his name? The tight end for the Eagles.
Got it.
Dallas Goedert. He's staying up. He's staying off the line of scrimmage. So that would be dangerous.
But I could see them grabbing a guard. I could see him getting like Osiris Torrance or somebody like that at 30 if he's there. I could see him doing that.
Well, because we fleeced their dude. We took their guard. Tate, how the
Yeah, they
Steelers
got a
line
whole
gonna
guard.
look? How the Steelers line gonna look this year, Tate?
If they get Broderick Jones or Paris Johnson, top
Paris
10 in the league.
Paris gone.
Paris did go already. If they get
Paris-
Broderick Jones. But hey, Christian Gonzalez ain't win yet.
He has not went yet. That's wild.
Who's up right now?
Chicago.
They ain't taking Gonzalez. They taking that boy from Northwestern. Hey, Payday, I know you shaking in your boots right now, Payday. You over there shaking. Are they gonna mess it up? Are they gonna mess it up? Because they got an
Jalen
opportunity
Carter,
to
Will
mess it up.
Levis, Peter Skoronsky, and Nolan Smith still on the board.
Yeah, Mel Kiper over there beating the table talking about Levis.
Hey,
Trash.
but more back to Bijan. Atlanta gonna be a problem, man, with Kyle Pitts and Drake London and Cordero Patterson, and they got Bijan coming.
Yeah. They're quarterback away.
I'm gonna tell you, I like Bijan in Atlanta. He's an Atlanta pick, man. You know what I'm saying? He just it looks and feels good in Atlanta for him. You know what I'm saying?
The homie Max hyping the live chat about Jalen Carter going to his Eagles.
Oh yeah, of course he is. I mean, that fell perfectly as far as even like what we talked a lot about last night on the Max and Juan podcast. That fell perfectly for him. I mean, that the Eagles won. They're a problem.
The Eagles won. And I really, like I said, I'm looking at the draft board right now, bro. And I told you guys, man, if it start getting wild and crazy, people are sliding. And right now, the big sliders will leave us.
Yeah, Levis, he late first round. Hayden Hooker might go off the board before that boy. He might. I'm telling you.
I don't think Tennessee's next, right? I think Tennessee probably goes Levis.
Well, we got to get to Chicago. Chicago win already?
Chicago's
Bears
next.
right here. It's the Bears right here on the clock.
Well,
Yeah,
Chicago
Bears
not
on the
taking
clock.
Levis though. So
No, they ain't.
Darnell Wright.
No,
They took-
Levis ain't going.
Did they take Darnell Wright?
Darnell Wright.
It's official. Take the tackles is gone, man.
I didn't want Darnell Wright anyway. So,
Tate,
but I still got a chance at Christian Gonzalez and Joey Porter Jr.
Tate, we got to go
Bobby
get Gonzalez.
Compton said-
We got to
Bobby
go get him.
Compton said the Bears is on that stuff. And Timothy Lyons said the Eagles screwed up his draft.
Listen, Tate, we got to go get Gonzalez, man. Let's go get him, man. We're at 11. We only got to go up 6 picks. We just saw somebody move 5 picks up, and all they gave up was a 4th round. Let's go get him. Let's go get Gonzalez. We'll give you a 4th rounder. Take it. take 80. Bye. You know, we'll deal with you later on. Buy 80. Let's go get Gonzalez. Let's go get him, Tate. What are they doing?
PFF, Timothy Lyons. PFF is showing it.
Timothy Lyons hot, boy. he hot. Look at Jalen Carter out there just dominating, man. Just dominating. That's sick, man. That's sick how that boy out there dominating. It's ridiculous.
Hey, Mod and Tom.
Uh-huh.
Philly gonna be a problem still though.
No, Philly's still gonna be a problem. It's no doubt.
Yeah.
Arguably, you got two top 5, maybe top 10 defenses in your division.
Yeah.
What y'all think about the Commanders not extending Chase Young his 5-year tag?
You know, I heard that people was trying to say that was trade bait for the Steelers. I'm like, I don't know about all that, man. We'd have to get up a lot to get him, but I love him.
You think so?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Could they have 32 for Chase Young?
Right. How fast can we make the deal?
Shakari Richardson?
Yeah, 32 for Chase? Let's do this. Let's do it. But right now, Pittsburgh need to be on this. Pittsburgh, you need to be on the phone right now. Gonzalez is on the board. You at 10. Let's go get him.
Well, the Titans on the clock right now, so we waiting for the Titans.
So 11. Let's go get him. Let's go get him.
So who picked 12? Detroit picked 12 now, right? Because they
traded.
And Detroit gonna get Christian Gonzalez.
Let's go get him.
When you got to trade with Tennessee, then.
Listen, we just saw a team jump up like that, and all they gave up was a fourth. I'll give up a fourth. I'll give you a fourth this year and next year. If I can go from 17 up to 11, I'm going to go get him. Let's go get him. Let's stop playing around, man.
Ben Lamping said, the Eagles won another championship.
Did they try?
Hey, everybody in the live chat, watching on YouTube or watching on Facebook, go to the YouTube and like this video and subscribe to the KnoItAllz podcast. By the time we get done with this live draft show, we want to have at least 10 more subscribers. So help us out with that.
Help us out, please. 10 more subscribers. Drive it. That would help us.
Yeah, share it with your friends too.
And
man.
hit the like button. When you hit the like button, it lets people know that we own and we doing this draft and we working it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, can't nobody be more entertaining than us. I mean,
that's why I was just going to say, Ma, you don't get this type of sports information and knowledge along with the camaraderie and humor that we provide every week.
Yeah.
And don't forget about Big G's dumb Crayola signs.
No. Hey man, they ain't Crayola. There's some marker and some paint. There's a lot of time, effort, and energy jumping off with these signs.
Come for the sports, stay for the dumb Crayola signs.
Hey,
right.
Tate about to get a sign. Tate, tire fire.
I'm a tire fire.
Tire fire for that comment, man. Tire fire. Come on, man.
That's the best part of the show. Hey, I want to come back to Chase Young.
Yeah.
Last 2 years, 12 games, 1.5 sacks. You give up a first-round pick for that?
Well, 32 is a second.
32 is a first-rounder.
That's a second round. It's the first pick of the second round.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I understand that there's 31 picks because the Miami Dolphins.
Miami, yeah. Okay, yeah.
But it's the second round. I give you, it's second round. It sounds better.
Okay.
I give you a second round.
Yeah, but still, that's the first pick of the second round.
I think sometimes a change of scenery can just help somebody. I mean, I
believe that too. I
mean, I don't know. I think most free agents or trade Pittsburgh make, those players usually always turn out good.
When was the last time it didn't? I mean, I'm talking
going
about
back to James Ferrier was garbage in New York Jets. He came to Pittsburgh. He got 2 Super Bowls leading the defense from the middle.
Yeah, going in the Ring of Honor in Pittsburgh. Going in the ring, bro. Going in the ring.
So I would do it in a heartbeat. I would do it in a heartbeat if I knew that I could reset and I've got 4 years of control and then a 5th-year option. Like, of course, I mean, I would give up the 32nd pick, like, for that. Absolutely. But it's like, you're going to get him for 1 year and then you're going to have to make a decision, right? You're going to have to pay him or let him walk, right?
Or just franchise tag him for another year and see how he does.
But that's a lot of money.
That is a lot
of money for an edge rusher.
But see, Cam Hayward is going to come off the books because he's going to retire. So, we might be able to, let's bring him in and see what he got.
They didn't invite Darnell Wright to New York?
No.
He at home putting the hat on.
I understand that. I get it. I totally get it.
Darnell Wright came up a lot in this draft. I remember
he did.
At one time early in the process, he was like a middle second round pick.
Yeah,
he was.
And now he's the number 2 tackle off the board. Who is it?
Skoronski.
For who?
To Tennessee?
Titans. Yep, Skoronski went to Tennessee. Yep.
Tate, come on, man. Hey, we at 12, man. We at 12.
But if he get by the Lions, but the Lions great, take him.
Trade with the Lions. Let's trade.
Why would the Lions trade and get the player they wanted at 12? They would have maybe got it 6.
We can trade. We'll give him a 4th round. Trade. Trade.
G, hold your bias sign up for yourself.
I'll put it on.
Wait. Who y'all trying to go get now? I forget.
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez. All right.
Afton said we'll pay like this pick. Afton, I don't know. But I will say it's a good pick. I will say it's a good pick.
She's talking about the Darnell Wright pick.
No,
No, Peter Skoronski.
Skoronski to Tennessee.
Will Pay like it? Is Pay a Titans fan?
No,
So they're still talking about Darnell Wright because he's Chicago fan.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
She'll like it. He'll like it. And Skoronski, the tackle going to Tennessee. You know, I actually mocked this.
Yeah, you did. That is true.
I actually mocked this, and I thought it would be a good pick to try to help because they need some help at the line. And then Tate said yesterday that they lost one, so it was big to replace one as well. So definitely we mocked this. That was
they lost Taylor Lewan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In our draft the other day though, Pay took Skoronski over the guy they got Wright. So they had the chance to get Skoronski in Chicago.
Yeah.
But they chose Darden. So at least they got to pick the player they wanted. So you can't be mad at that.
Yeah, can't be mad at that at all.
Yeah, I don't think there's been a lot of mocks with Darnell Wright going top 10.
No,
in particular before Skoronski.
You're absolutely right, Tom. And to see him go in the top 10, man, shakes everything up in that bottom half, man, because that's a player that we didn't expect. And I said it. We said it that if there's somebody that we don't expect jump in, it's gonna mess everything up. And still, you know, Will Levis is on the board. His guy, Will Levis, is still on the board.
Do y'all understand now?
Move up to get him.
Do y'all understand now why I've been calling Kuiper trash? Because there's no way. My guy Levis, he's the guy. Man, Levis is at late first round, man. Late. He ain't that good, man. How does bending down on your knees, throwing a football 40 yards going to benefit you anywhere in the NFL?
It means you got some arm strength, right?
On,
and that's important.
How's you benching 225 all them times and look like, you know, come on, man. Dog, you're playing quarterback out there. Put on the tape. The tape tell you that he trash. He ain't no good, man. He ain't no good. I'm telling you it do.
Hey, Big G.
Yeah.
So, Broderick Jones, Christian Gonzalez, Joey Porter Jr. Do we get one of those three players at 17?
5 picks to go. Those 3 guys are on the board. If somebody's stupid and traded up for it picks Levens. if somebody picks Levens and then somebody goes tight end. No, Jackson Smith and Juka's still out there. So the Jets gonna get in Juka.
Do they need him?
Oh my God!
I think they want to get somebody to help protect Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my God! If they get Jackson Smith and Juka.
You guys got 3 guys. You guys got 3 guys pretty much picking right in front of you that could conceivably draft Will Levis. Like that's possible. Like he could go to Green Bay, he could go to New England, he could go to Washington. Like it's not out of the question.
Yeah,
he could go those. I don't agree with Green Bay. I think they really want to give Jordan Love a real chance. The other 2, I definitely agree with.
Yep. I think it's less likely he's in Green Bay for sure.
Claude Bishop said Jeff George had arm strength too,
and he was trash.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Here's the thing though. There's certain throws that you have to be able to make, right? And it's like there's guys that just can't make the throw. Like they just don't have the arm to do it. And you don't see a lot of those guys turn into elite level quarterbacks. There's most of those top guys, they got the arm strength. And so it's like you can have a guy that like looks really good on tape. He's got the accuracy, he's got the poise, all that stuff. But if he doesn't have the arm to make the throws, none of that stuff matters. But I'm not sitting here and making the case for Will Levis for any of these guys because I agree with G's take. But I'm just saying arm strength is important. You gotta have the tools to make the throws.
Yeah. But Tom, you know what else? And I'm co-signing with what you're saying. But you know what else you got to be able to do? Yeah. You got to be able to read a defense.
And play the position.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the arm strength, but you got to be able to stand back there and be like, all right, they're in too high. Let me run the safety across the zone. Let me look. Which guy walked down? And you got to process information real fast. He's never had to do that. Like I said, when he was in a system that was similar to an NFL system in Penn State, he lost his job. He got beat out by a freshman. He had to transfer to Kentucky to revive his career.
So let me ask y'all a question. Who do y'all got Detroit picking at this pick? Talk to me. Who you got them taking?
Gonzalez. I mean, because he was a possibility at 6. They trade back, get some capital, more capital, and now at 12, he's still there.
Yeah.
Gonzalez all day.
I hope they go get Miles Murphy. I hope they get Miles Murphy because Miles Murphy can mess this up. Levins can mess it up. Jackson Smith and Juka can happen, and the stuff just drops on down.
Detroit picked Jahmyr Gibbs.
Ooh!
Wow.
Take we
two
gonna
running
get one of
backs in
our
the
dudes.
top 12.
Take we gonna
Detroit took Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh my god.
Wait, fellas. What did I say last night on the Max and Juan podcast? I told you that the NFL is changing and the running back is about to move to a premium position because it's offensive friendly. You got to have a running back that can line up with 11 personnel and 12 personnel and hit you out the backfield. We didn't have 2 running backs go in the top 12 picks. I'm telling you, I know the trends before it even hits. I know the trends before they hit.
Wow.
It's offensive football. You got to be able to score 30 points. It's just like in the NBA. You got to shoot threes. So in football, you got to score 30.
I think it's Detroit's identity more so.
Yeah.
I don't think did they re-sign Jamal Williams?
No, they didn't.
And so they was using both running backs last year.
Yes.
And I think this means they don't pick up Swift's 5th-year option.
Correct.
So they reading low with a new young running back.
Yeah. It's hey, I'm telling you that the NFL is still 11, but it's offensive minded. You got to score 30. You got to score 30. If you can't score 30, you can't win in this league anymore. You're not going to, not successfully, not consecutively. You got to get 30.
30 in most games to get you a victory if you got a solid defense.
Yeah, you need 30. If you can't get 30, you're in trouble.
How important is it, do you think, that a running back in an 11 personnel, primarily 11 personnel offense, needs to be able to pick up the blitz? How important of a skill?
That's important.
That's critical.
Yeah,
that's critical.
Because Jahmyr Gibbs isn't picking up any blitzes.
No, but he's the back that you're going to play. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Absolutely. I'm not saying it's a bad pick for that reason. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
He's the back. No, I was saying he's the back that you're going to give in screens and you're going to give, draws and stuff too. You want to get him out and you even run on the edge with. He's one of those guys, but is he going to stand in there and pick up the blitz? Absolutely not.
Yeah, no, he's who's New Orleans back? It's
Kamara.
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, he's kind of a Kamara type.
Yeah, that's why y'all remember last night in the draft, I picked him, Gibbs, with the Saints' first round pick because we didn't know what was up with Kamara.
Yeah. And guess what? Gibbs, for those people that don't know about that guy, because we know because we the know-it-alls. We've been analyzing folks for months. Gibbs has elite speed. Like it's
and quickness.
Like he's Jamal Charles.
Elite speed. No, he's not Jamal Charles, but he's got elite speed and quickness.
Yeah, he's Jamal. That boy is fast.
No, Jamal Charles had track speed. He's on some other stuff.
Gibbs got track speed. He got track speed.
Fast. He ain't got track
fast.
We done had.
Did Detroit still pick again at 20, right? 18.
Yep. They got 3 first
at
round.
18 right after y'all.
Question. If Christian Gonzalez and Joey Porter Jr. are both there at 17, who are you picking?
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez.
Right, just making sure. It's so crazy. Like with all the Joey Porter.
You want Gonzalez?
Gonzalez.
Hey, Big G. To if Gonzalez there and Porter there, well, what Porter get?
Adios, muchachos.
Adios, muchachos.
Adios, muchachos. We love you, Joey. We love your pedigree, but we going Gonzalez. We got to get him. We need to be trading up now. Let's trade. Let's trade, man. We need to go. Because Jackson Smith and Juke are still on the board. He gonna go.
Hey, but I think that's the saving factor. I wouldn't be mad if we got Njigba or Darnell Washington or Nolan Smith. Outside of Gonzalez and Porter and Jones.
Don't make me cry, dog. You saying that there's a possibility that the Pittsburgh Steelers would draft Jackson Smith and Juka at 17.
I think so. I think there's
Oh
definitely a
my-
possibility.
Oh my God. 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 Oh, I might pass out on the screen. Oh my God. Oh my Jackson Smith and Juka to the Steelers. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Hey,
Who's the number two? Who's the number 2 tight end there in Pittsburgh after Freiermuth?
they need another tight end.
Zach Gentry, or
Yeah.
Okay.
Receiving purposes is going to be Connor Hayward, Cam's little brother.
Yeah, Connor Hayward.
So everybody in the Lions draft room is going crazy. PFF said that this was a below average pick. That's the first time I've seen that. They were saying this is a poor, below average pick.
Yeah, Bobby Compton said, "Oh my gosh, I want defense." Period.
Hey, PFF, I got something for you, baby. Tire fire, dumpster fire. Y'all trash. Y'all trash. That was a good pick.
I'm giving PFF respect just for keeping us updated with the picks in real time.
Yeah, definitely. Big G would have a heart attack. Get the defibrillator ready.
Yeah, get it ready. I need to call my wife right now. Tell them go and pump it up, man. Go and pump it up. Because if it's 17, man, I'm telling you, I might pass out, man. I might pass out. Man.
It's a possibility.
Oh my God.
So Green Bay is on the board. Green Bay could go
Jackson Smith,
Jigba right here, or they could go.
They go in Jigba, but
they could go Kincaid.
They could literally go tight end though.
Dalton Kincaid.
They could literally go tight end.
Hey, can you imagine the disrespect that's going to go on in Green Bay if they draft an offensive player? And all them years they never drafted nobody for Rodgers. And the first year with Love, they get him some help.
I think they're gonna do it just for the disrespect. Hey, real quick, this is off the subject. New Transformers is coming out. You buying it? You with it?
Nah.
Why it's the animal one? It's the animal one. You know, with all the animals, the Transformer.
Lucas Van Ness. I can't believe
that. My God.
Green Bay took Van Ness?
Believe that.
Wow.
Lucas Van Ness is who they picked.
Tate, we 2 away. We 2
I
away
was so
and we got
sure
options.
Gonna be receiver there. So sure.
No, we 3 away, ain't we?
No. That was
Jets?
just Green Bay. So it's the
Jets.
Jets.
Patriots, Commanders.
Jets,
Patriots,
New England.
Commanders.
Yeah, we're 3 away.
The Jets and Washington.
So we 3 away. And how many? 3 of our guys are still there?
Yeah, we got Gonzalez, we got Porter, we got Broderick Jones.
Oh,
and Tom was absolutely right. The Patriots and Commanders both could be in the market for a quarterback once they see Levis is at this point. I mean, why not bring him in? You don't have anything invested in Sam Howell but a 3rd or 4th round pick. So why not bring him in there to compete with Sam Howell? It's not like you wasted high draft capital on him last year.
Washington may do that. Washington just may do that. The Jets, no.
Tom,
Patriots,
what you think?
no.
What you think? What you think that would? Do you think we get one of those 3 guys at 17 for Pittsburgh, man?
Yeah, you're absolutely going to get one of those guys at 17. Like they're not all 3 about to go right here. I don't think anybody. I mean, in Jigba's going to be there. I think. I don't think the Pats are going receiver. I don't think the Jets are going receiver. The Jets are set. Right?
I can see the Jets going either Gonzalez or Jones. The Jets are the one.
Well, so are the 3 guys? Is it Broderick Jones, Christian Gonzalez, or Joey Porter Jr. Or are we throwing in Jigba in this too?
No, I would be okay in Jigba as just an option.
Yeah,
got it. I don't think he's going.
So it's one of those 3.
The 3 that I want are the 3 that we said their names.
Yeah, I mean I think one of those 3 is going to be there for sure. I don't think Broderick Jones is going to be there.
Oh
yeah, I don't know if the Jets can pass on Christian Gonzalez and pairing him up with Sauce though.
Oh my God. Number one cornerback set in the league. You put Sauce Gardner and Gonzalez off a side. But they can't. I keep telling y'all, it's an offensive league. You giving Rodgers, Garrett Wilson, and Jackson Smith and Juka, it's going to get ugly. I mean, it's going, and you got Breece Hall in the backfield. Oh, man, that ain't fair. That's not fair. I mean, I'm just saying.
Another running back don't get picked to the 3rd or 4th round now.
Yeah, for sure. Ain't no more running backs.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. But I mean, this is just making it This is what makes the NFL draft what it is. This is why we treat
Yeah.
this thing like Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
You know, it's so exciting because now the talk and the chatter is just going to be huge for the next 3 months.
It's fun, right? I mean, because our plan was to do the first 10 picks and then come back for a break, but we just still going.
Yeah.
Because
go ahead, Tate.
No, just because we sitting here enjoying watching it unfold.
Yeah. An hour and 30 minutes my life done went by, and I'm happy. I'm happy right now. I feel good.
It's crazy. It's so crazy because we can do all of the predictions. We can do all the mocks. We can tell you all the reasons why this is going to happen.
Yeah.
And it goes backwards. It just goes backwards. You never know who's on teams' big boards. You know what I mean? You never know who is on a team's big board and why.
Yeah.
Right?
Big G.
Yeah.
How does Lucas Van Ness fit with the Packers? What are you thinking?
Well, so let's talk about what his comp is. His comp is a poor man's J.J. Watt. That's his comp. This guy plays with reckless abandon, and he's big, right? So the issue is Van Ness gives them a guy that they can move around all across the defensive line. They can put him in 3 technique. They can put him in 5 technique. They can play him outside in 7 or 9 technique. They can actually even stand him up. So me and you have had conversations about chess pieces. This gives Green Bay defense a chess piece that they can put him anywhere, any place on the field and cause problems.
Pair him up with the kid they got from Michigan a couple years ago.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Gary.
Rashawn Gary.
Oh, Pittsburgh's on the clock.
We traded up. We went to go get Gonzalez.
Pittsburgh traded up.
Oh, God. We went to go get Gonzalez. Oh, my God. Tate, we did it.
Because he was going to the Jets. He was going to the Jets.
We did it, Tate. We did it, Tate.
Yeah, I think it's Gonzalez.
We did it, Tate.
I think so, too.
We did it, Tate. We did it, man. We did it.
Unless they thought the Jets was going to take Broderick Jones.
And that's who I think that they're going to go get myself. I think it's Broderick Jones.
Who do we trade with? Who was just on the clock?
The Patriots.
The Patriots.
We traded with the Empire.
We did some business with Bill.
Yeah,
with the hoodie.
With the evil Empire.
I hope they didn't fleece us, though. We gave you a 4th.
There's a drop off after Broderick Jones for sure.
Yeah, tackle.
That could be this pick here.
But man, Gonzalez, man.
Hey, I'll be pleased with either one.
We winning. What did we give up? Put the trade up there, man. What did we give up? Anything more than a 4th, I'm salty.
Tom, PFF ain't told you nothing yet?
No, I'm still looking. I have it up too, so we both have it up. And I ain't said anything yet.
Hey, sweet T. Lamar Thomas said, "Calm down, Big G."
Hey, I'm telling you, I'm hyped. I'm hyped because I knew we was gonna trade up, and I've been calling that for a minute. You know, Tate was asking me up or down. I said, "We going up."
You did say I do remember you saying you going up. I got it. I do remember you saying
I bet they gave a third. I bet they gave a third rounder.
War room. Look at the war room over there, man.
I bet it took their 1st and 3rd this year. I bet that's what it is.
I wouldn't have gave them a 3rd round for nothing.
Their 1st and 3rd to move up 1 spot?
Ain't no way in the world.
It's not 1 spot. It's 3 spots, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from 17 to 14.
They got a 4th at best. They got a 4th.
Sometimes what does the draft equity thing say?
3rd
what
rounder.
do you have to give up for that? The points.
3rd rounder.
They're saying, man, that it's probably gonna be Broderick Jones, man. They're saying that's the pick. They say
that's he over there smiling.
Look, that's what we gave up, right? That's what we gave up right there.
What they give up?
120. The 4th round. We won. We won that trade, Tate. We won that trade.
Wow.
We won that trade. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
Yeah, you did.
Hey, and you know who's happy right now?
Who?
Y'all's running back is screaming. Najee is screaming to the ceiling.
Yes, sir.
He is screaming. Him
and
Kenny Pickett. It's Broderick Jones. Pickett's in. Broderick Jones.
Yeah. Still a nation. Yeah. Yeah. That's it, Tate. Left tackle 10 years.
Yeah.
Left tackle 10 years.
I'm pleased. I'm pleased with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's talk about this pick, you guys. You Steelers fans. Let's talk about it. Expound on this for me. Why is this a big deal for you guys?
Tate, hit him up. Go ahead, hit him up, Tate.
I think it's a big deal because as everybody knows, the past 3 years since Pouncey and DeCastro and Villanueva fell off. Pittsburgh Lions struggled the past 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
We finally invested in it with some young players and some free agents last year with Mason Cole and James Daniel.
Yeah.
Both played great last year.
Yeah.
This year, we picked up some of the guards from Philadelphia, Sia Malu and Herbig. So what we're trying to do is establish a big maul in offensive line. When Matt Canada first got there, it was going to be a zone run scheme. Now I think it's just hat on hat, man on man, and bully people. So you move Broderick Jones in the left tackle, his natural position. He's probably better than Dan Moore right now, at least at left tackle.
Claude,
and then you have a competition at right tackle between Chooks and Dan Moore to see who wins that battle. So our line is about to be fortified.
Say, Claude Bishop said he won't start this year. You talking crazy, Claude?
Talk to
Thomas don't always start rookies. He might not start the first 3 or 4 games.
Talk to me, G. Give me your assessment on this, man.
The meanest, nastiest offensive lineman in the first round. The technician was Paris Johnson. But if you want a mean, nasty guy that plays angry and pissed off, you got your guy in Pittsburgh, right? And because, just like Tate said, we're building a bully. And what we want to do is mash the gas so that way when we hit you with play action and we got guys like Austin running 4-2s up the seam, he's going to be running wide open.
Oh, my gosh. Look at this block, G. Look at this block right here.
Bro, listen, I'm going to let the film, the tape don't lie. Let's just watch the film.
What's this block?
Watch this. Katayow. Get out of here, dog. Watch this one. Watch this one. The tape don't lie, man. Here we go. Watch this. Blayow. Get it all the way almost out the screen. Almost out the screen, man. Let's look at another one. Come on. Lateral agility. Come on, man. Ain't nobody getting around him and beating him on the edge, man. It ain't happening over there, man. It ain't happening. Come on, this against LSU. Y'all talking about SEC competition. Let's see what he do to LSU. Went off 2 blocks, hit one dude, went to another dude. Come on, man. Claude, get up out of it. Claude, you about to get Claude, you messing with a sign, buddy. Claude, you about to, there you go, Claude.
He said he would have been there at 17. No, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have been there.
The Jets would have taken him.
The Jets wanted him. They needed a tackle. They have to protect Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, this is Pittsburgh's first time drafting the offensive lineman in the first round since David DeCastro.
Correct. And what did he do for us?
Ben Lampick said that the tape don't lie. Lamar Thomas said put the sick emojis up. Definitely. After said Ken Hayward likes the pick. That works for me.
Claude, the pick ain't dumpster fire.
And
your take is dumpster. Your take is dumpster, man.
Man, why is Claude always contrary to everything, man?
He a hater, dog.
We love you, Claude, man, but you always contrary, bro.
After said, now I'm hoping for Julius Brents at 49.
Ooh.
Tom.
And I'm hoping for Darnell Washington at 32.
Oh my God.
Tom.
I'm going
talk
out
to
again,
me, buddy. Tell me what you thought about this pick.
Mute, Tom. You mute.
I mean, it's a tackle to a team that needs a tackle, right? So, I mean, I don't really get excited about the tackle picks, but I definitely don't get as excited about them as Big G does. But I mean, yeah, it's a good pick. It's a hole. He's a big physical dude. He's raw. But you want, when you drafted somebody on the offensive line, like, you want him to be mean, right? And he's a big, mean dude.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think it's a good pick. I think it's a good
man.
Pick. I mean, Christian Gonzalez would have been the sexier pick, right?
Yeah.
But you gotta be strong up front. It's a good pick.
Well, right now we have Mel Kiper telling everybody why Levis it's still on the board and he should still be picked.
the way corners are falling, we still can get somebody good at 32. You still got You still got Gonzalez, Porter, Ringo on the board, and
Deontay Banks.
Yep.
Deontay Banks, all first round grades on those guys.
Yep.
Washington gone at
we at
32
pick
is what he
15. We
said.
halfway through the first.
And,
I mean, you still got Miles Murphy on the board. You still got Deontay Banks. You got Brian Branch. You got Kalijah Kancey, Nolan Smith, Christian Gonzalez,
Brian Brzee.
Brzee,
Three of the tight ends.
Dalton Kincaid, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. I mean, you got some people on this board still.
Claude, and we didn't give up 80. We gave up 120. There's a big difference. We sitting nice and fine at 80.
Yeah, and so, you said Pittsburgh won that trade, and I would say that's a really good trade for Pittsburgh, but I'm guessing that New England feels like that they made a pretty nice little trade too. And I'm guessing there was 2 or 3 guys there that they really liked, and so they trade back, pick up a pick, and they're still going to get somebody that they really like at 17. So yeah. I think it's probably a win-win for both teams.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest. I like the pick because of what I said earlier, bro. And Claude, I think you're so wrong on this one. I think you're so wrong. You missed it because this makes that offense better. You protect Kenny Pickett. That's number one.
Yes, sir.
Number two, you give the Najee Harris lanes to run through. And
yes,
one
sir.
of the things that he hasn't had up until this point is lanes to run through. If you give a quarterback a running game, you make a quarterback that much better.
Yes,
right?
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because literally, when the defense has to respect the run, this is just football 101. If the defense has to respect the run, they can't sell out on the pass. If any team you make one-dimensional, you will beat. And that's what 11 personnel is all about, to keep you from making them one-dimensional. The sky's looks, they got personnel to do it. And I'm telling you, having a bull like this guy, for real, having him on the line makes Pittsburgh a little bit better. It moves the needle. It does.
Claude said we need guys to cover them boys in Cincinnati. Cincinnati might be in trouble, man, because Cincinnati got problems at running back, and Cincinnati might not have everything they need. They need a tight end and they need a running back. We're going to see. But I think definitely with Lamar signing in Baltimore, there's no doubt that we have the toughest division in football. The AFC North is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. Tough. So how do you win when the division is tough? You run the ball.
The Jets got their guy. They're over there handshaking and high-fiving. So
Jackson Smith and Juka.
We finna see who they got. They ain't put it in there yet.
They're going defense, man. They're gonna pair Sauce and Christian Gonzalez up, man.
Hey, that's nasty. That's the best DBs in the whole league.
What if they went linebacker here?
Levi Walls had about 4 or 5 interceptions last year.
No, you're not going linebacker here, right? There's nobody you can take. There's
not
a
linebacker.
What if they went Drew Sanders here?
No way.
No, Drew Sanders going second round. He ain't going for day one. He ain't going day one. He day 2.
The Jets with Will McDonald, edge.
Oh, that's a
Iowa
trash
State.
pick. That's a trash pick.
I mean, he was like Darryl Wright. He made a big come up the past 2-3 weeks too, though.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you something. Will McDonald is a guy who played in like a 3-4, but I'll be honest with you, he was outmatched in weight, but he led the Big 12s in sacks for 2 years. The guy's a dog. He's a horse. But at 15, that's still a surprise for me. That's still a surprise.
It's a risky pick.
Tell me the last Big 12 pass rusher that was a beast.
I mean, Will McDonald is a beast.
Von Miller
is a beast. But I'm trying to think.
Where Von Miller went to college at, bro? Where Von Miller went to school?
Yeah, A&M. He was A&M. So
were they in the 12 or were they in the SEC when Von?
No, they were in the 12.
In the 12.
Yeah.
Okay. So Von Miller long in the 2. So give me another one.
Was
the room done got quiet.
No, I'm just we're thinking. I mean, honestly, Oklahoma had one. I'm trying to think. Who is it?
See, when you start talking Big 10 and pass rushers, the names just fall out your mouth.
A Rockpole.
Yeah.
A Rockpole.
So what about
one?
I mean, Henry Melton could get to the quarterback pretty well as a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
I know that's not quite on the level that we're looking for, but
When you talk SEC, Big Ten, it starts falling out your mouth.
But I still say it's a reach though. I say it's a reach. As good as Will McDonald is, that was a reach.
Yeah, I
as
agree.
good as he is, that was a reach. He would have been there. He'd have been there in the second round.
Well, maybe they feel they're having problems because don't they have Quentin Williams on one side, and they got the kid they drafted last year from Florida State on the other side? So maybe
they got to do they got to do Lawson they got from the Bengals free agency.
Yeah, so you already got 3 guys unless something's going on with one of them, and they're not going to disclose or tell that.
Oh my gosh. You realize Washington could go Jackson Smith and Jigba right here?
It doesn't help them.
Yeah, no, they're not.
It doesn't help them. They got receivers. They got receivers. They got a running back. That kid from Alabama is a beast.
I think this is where Will Levis goes, though. Honestly,
no,
I think Will Levis. Hey, he's ready. He's gonna be ready. I think he already got his dissertation written. Mel Kiper has a dissertation written, ready for Will Levis.
Mel Kiper, man.
Will, we love you. You're the best thing on on this earth since sliced bread. You know.
No.
Tim Lyon said on the YouTube comments that the Jets reached. I probably
I put it
agree.
Up.
I mean, I could have.
We'll see. So simply pointing out that Will Levis would be a bad pick at Washington is not. I mean, we're talking about Washington, right? I mean, like that's not
the Commandos.
It's not really making a strong case for it not happening.
Yeah, the Commandos, not Commanders. The Commandos.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger Commandos.
The Commandos.
Yeah, Levis could go here. He could go to the Pats too. I mean, he could go to the second round. I honestly have no idea.
He's out of here, man. Mel Kiper, you was trash. You was trash. You was trash this time, man. Mel Kiper, man. You was
Emmanuel Forbes.
Hey,
my God,
that's a terrible pick.
No,
the Redskins.
Yes, the
Commanders
chose Emmanuel.
Dude, wait, 165. So that's the second corner to go.
Yeah.
I know.
No, wait, that was the Jets pick or the Commanders pick?
Oh my God.
That was the Commanders.
That was the Commanders pick.
Oh yeah, the Jets took Will McDonald.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Tate, but Tate, we was looking at his tape, man. I mean, I'm saying we was co-signing with the dude, but we was looking at his tape, and he,
oh my gosh, man.
That's a super reach, though.
That's a reach, bro.
49, maybe.
Yeah, at 49.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Mid second round at the earliest. Like I don't know what people see in this guy. To be honest, I really don't know.
We were talking about this, right, Tom? Man, like, who is it and why did he come up like this? Like,
I have no idea.
Maybe they think he's Smoot. Remember,
I think he ran like a 4.3 something.
4.35,
and he had the most interceptions in Division I or up there, and he ran 6 back for pick sixes in his career.
That is true. That is very true. So
I'm not a believer.
I think it's the biggest reach.
All that being said, mid-second, early third round picks where he should have went.
Yeah.
How does he go before Christian Gonzalez and Joey Porter
and
Deontay
Banks? I don't get it. Like, I don't get it, bro.
You know what?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Detroit is getting one of them now. I can guarantee you, one of those is going and falling to Detroit.
Ron Rivera about to get fired. That's what's going to happen. Ron Rivera, your days are number over there in the Commandos.
Hey man, that boy glass is too thick.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Tata.
We're at 17 and still hasn't been a receiver taken. I know that's not like a humongous shocker, but this we're starting to get toward, the edge of where people had, receivers going even at the latest, right?
Yeah.
Like I think we're kind of starting to see that teams don't really think a lot of this receiver class, right? Like we already kind of knew that.
They're wrong though. They're wrong. There's some stars in this class. Hey, Bobby Compton said Washington took a guy who's looking like he's ready to draw Social Security.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
he weighs 165. Give me a
Something
break.
like that. He's little. He is little.
yeah, yeah. Actually, he was super fast at the combine. That's very true. But I mean, that doesn't always translate, you know.
Yeah, 40 time doesn't always when we're talking about 40 time, it doesn't always translate into the best player. Like you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we said it, like Jerry Rice wasn't that fast in the 40, but he was an excellent for you, the best wide receiver we've ever seen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, honestly, I
And
don't I'm confused, bro. I'm just confused.
well, so listen to this. We've had 5 trades so far, right? And this is normally the spot in the draft where you start seeing teams trade because a guy that they wanted falls way down. So we've already had 5 trades. How many more trades? You're going to have teams that's already made their pick that's going to jump back in to get a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's about to get nuts. This second half is about to get bananas.
Wow.
Bananas.
Sam Howell and Jacoby Brissett. That's what you're happy about right there. Like, this is your man. Hey, this is your man's right here. This is your man's. Come on, bruh.
But what's the alternative to take? Trash Levis? I'm not taking Levis right there. Levis might fall out the first round. I keep telling you, he might go. The only team that might save this dude is Tampa Bay. Tampa might drink the Kool-Aid and save him. They might. They might. We're gonna see.
I could see Minnesota possibly too.
Yeah. But with athletes like that still sitting on the board, do you see that happening?
No, I don't know. They're not going to pay Kirk Cousins forever.
Minnesota could get Jackson Smith and Juka. And that would be nuts. Justin Jefferson and Jackson Smith and Juka on the same squad? That ain't fair. That somebody
who could do that?
Minnesota. I don't think Jackson Smith gets past the Chargers. I don't think it's happening. At 21, I don't think he gets past there.
So New England's picking now, right?
Yeah.
They're on the phone. They're on the phones right now.
Trade.
They're on the phones.
Trade.
Yeah. Vic, you're muted. Yeah. I mean, I think it's like Nolan Smith, maybe Will Levis, or trade back. And
I agree with you, Tom. I think they're on the phone. It's taking way too long for this pick to come in.
Yeah. I'm guessing that they aren't crazy about any of the tackles. And if they weren't crazy about the tackles at 14, I don't know why they are at 17.
Well, no, it's definitely not a tackle. All the tackles are going first round tackles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wright,
yeah.
Jones,
I think it's a big drop off for sure after Broderick Jones.
I think if they make a trade, it's a team that want to come up and get Levis.
Oh, I forgot Eric Bieniemy is the team that made that pick for the Commanders. But he's the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, so he probably didn't pick Will McDonald.
Somebody could want to jump up and grab Nolan Smith too.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Yeah. He was in there pumping. He want Rivera a job, so he was in there pumping him up. Yeah, that's the guy. Let's take him.
No.
Yeah.
We're good at quarterback.
Yeah.
We're good at quarterback.
Take him.
Take him. Get him.
Because you're getting fired. You're getting fired, and I'm getting your job.
Bob Compton said the Commanders on some self-sabotage type stuff.
Yeah. Because like I said, Eric Bieniemy wants the job. He gonna pump Ron Rivera's mind.
Absolutely. Broderick Jones would have been gone. I think that's why you seen a trade, right? You seen the trade.
Yeah, Broderick Jones would have went to the Jets or the Commanders. I think the Commanders would have took Jones over Will McDonald.
Gonzalez just went who?
It's the pick. He just went to New England.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Yeah, they like good young corners.
That's a good pick. I hate the fact that he went to Belichick though, because it's going to be hard for him to be his guy, to be who he is. It's the Patriot way or it's no way. And Belichick will trade you. Belichick will let you play a game and you walk into the locker room and you looking for your clothes and you like, hey man, where my stuff at? And you see a couple big brown boxes over in the corner, and then what happened? And then some guy walks up to you and say, can I talk to you in the other room? You ain't even take a shower yet. He said, "Can I talk? You've been traded, so we're gonna give you an opportunity to take a shower, and then we got a taxi cab outside waiting for you."
And a bus ticket.
So
Yeah.
And a bus ticket
who's
back
on the
home.
clock now?
On the clock is the
Lions.
Lions.
So question about the New England pick. So
Yeah.
Seagon, okay. When's the last time there was a cornerback talent in New England? Like there's a legitimate talent there that doesn't
Darrell
turn out to be
Revis?
that doesn't turn out to be a really good cornerback. Like I think it's a great place for a talented DB to go. I get the whole like Patriot way thing, like I get that, but like if I'm a cornerback and I'm one to get paid in that second contract, New England's a really good place to go.
Yeah, because
Good place to be.
either he's going to trade you and he's going to get a fleece for you, or your second contract is going to be balling out of control.
Well,
So
and it's going to be balling.
agree,
It's going to be balling either way, whether or not it comes from New England or somebody else, right?
Yeah.
This is like
So
they know
Bobby-
how to pick
Bob-
them and they know how to develop them too.
Yeah, I agree.
Bobby Compton on Facebook is saying Detroit, please, Gonzo, but he's gone, Bob. So
Adios, muchachos.
Hey,
maybe Nolan Smith to pair with Hutchinson. That wouldn't be
that
bad.
would be nice. That would be nice.
Y'all, Miles Murphy's still on
Did
the
y'all see?
board.
Did y'all see how thin the Washington cornerback is?
I said he weighed 165. He got little.
Thin. Like you gonna have to tackle big running backs that are bigger than you. I mean, for real. Like,
Hey, Broderick Jones coming around the corner, dog. Broderick Jones coming around the corner. What you gonna do, dog?
What you-
165, bro. That's what I said.
lay that down, man. I don't
Yeah, what's that?
understand.
Average running back's like 205 pounds. It's going to have 40 pounds on him.
So let's
Average
not even
running
say
back.
Broderick Jones. Let's say Derrick Henry's turning the corner. What's going to happen, man? I see a highlight tape coming, man. I see a stiff arm up into the coaches. You know, up to the coaches.
Hey,
you
Big
got this
G.
little kid out here. Yeah,
Big
what's
G.
up? Yeah.
Another kill time random question.
Yeah.
No transformer talk.
Yeah.
When you was growing up, man, in your teenage years,
Mhm.
where was the spot to hang out? Where everything went down?
Tape Boy Fresh basement.
The basement.
Yeah, the basement.
Rap, the basement before Rap City.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of good stuff, a lot of good times, got a good memories going on over in the basement. Because it was sort of like our show. You know, you got a little bit of everything. There was some gambling, there was some game playing, there was, trying to, hook up with, one or two here or there. There was some sports, athleticism, because the basketball court was out in the back. There was some boxing going on.
Can you tell me why we got these chef hats?
Who?
For the Patriots?
Because they trash.
No, they saying let Belichick cook.
Let him cook? Oh, okay.
Ooh, what they got up there make me think Jackson Smith and Jigba.
For who? Levis still shaking his head.
No, I'm behind. We behind. The Patriots already picked Gonzalez.
They shaking his head. They shaking his head. They hugging him.
Will Levis's mama's over there hugging him.
Hugging him.
Stop
they,
it.
They just like, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. No.
Who's on the clock now? Is he gonna get picked now?
No.
Detroit.
No, Detroit.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I don't know. Detroit don't want to get off golf after this year.
No.
And if you can get Will Levis at 18, I'm just saying, I don't know.
No, it's not happening. No, Thomas, we're in sequence. We sound like a choir. No. It ain't gonna happen.
Like everyone else can understand why they might want to move off of golf, but Detroit, that's not the way they feel.
I actually think Mayer goes here. I think a tight end is gonna go to Detroit at this pick.
Kincaid ain't went yet.
Or Kincaid. Either them or Nolan Smith. I can see it. But I feel tight end.
What about Kancey?
I feel no. Kancey could be a good one too.
Yeah.
I really feel Nolan Smith. I think you got to get after the passer, and I think they spent a first round pick already on offense.
Yeah.
So I think it's a defensive pick. So I'm somewhere with Nolan Smith and then Tom Thompson. I forgot about Kancey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hey,
he's just so little though, and those arms are so short. I mean, it seems like a big risk. Kancey seems like a big risk.
It works in a 4-3 though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's got to be the defense he plays in for sure. He's not going to play nose.
Hey, I know it's the know-it-alls. I'm switching the gears a little bit, but just let y'all know, Atlanta and Boston is tied 98 all in the third. It's going
I forgot
down
about
over there.
that.
Yeah, it's going down over there, man.
Boston's up 3-2.
Yeah. So a good game, but don't leave the know-it-all. Stick with us. We here. We talking about football because it's Christmas Eve on the Know-It-Alls podcast with my boys Tom, my boy Mod, and my boy Tate Boy Fresh, getting it in know-it-all style for the NFL draft for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Tom, I'm gonna let you make sure that you get the next pick, but I want to ask you. I honestly need to ask you about this pick with Christian Gonzalez. Going to, and you said, because you said something interesting. You said a cornerback getting a second paycheck there. Do you think he fits in that system though? Honestly,
Yeah, sure. I mean, like I don't know if there's a system that Christian Gonzalez doesn't fit in, right? And I mean, like, cornerbacks can be tough to draft sometimes, right? Like, then, it's not really a for sure thing. But I don't really see him as being like a system guy. I think he's big and physical enough. He can play press. I think he's instinctive and athletic enough that he can play zone. I don't look at him and see a system guy.
Yeah.
And I mean, New England, they know how to pick them. They know how to develop them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have my questions about Christian Gonzalez, but I take New England. It seems like they targeted him here. And I'm guessing, like, I take it as a ringing endorsement of Christian Gonzalez that New England took him with 17. So I expect he's going to do really well there.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's a good pick. I think it's a really good pick.
Big G, talk to me, man. What you think about that pick?
First of all, I got to say, Tom, that was a great take, man. I'm feeling it, man. But like you said, we talked about it just a few seconds earlier. Second contract for this guy, possibly getting traded for the farm and going to another team and signing a big contract. That's the history of New England. If they make corners better. So could this guy actually work his way into the evil empire next great corner? Yeah. And Belichick always, when he doesn't have the guy he really, really wants, Belichick either goes defensive end or corner. So he shot as normal, but he traded back because he knew he probably had some evil intel, inside information that he got spies everywhere like the evil empire that told him, hey man, we can go down and get Gonzalez.
It's what's interesting about it to me is that Washington took a cornerback.
Yeah.
So I think you're onto something there with the whole evil empire having, they knew something, because I don't think that New England said, oh, we like Christian Gonzalez and we like Emmanuel Forbes. You know what I mean? So we'll just trade back and nab either one of them. I think they knew somehow. I don't know how. I think they knew that Washington's going to take Emmanuel Forbes.
He was using the force.
Yeah, old Jedi mind trick. He ran an old Jedi mind trick on him.
Yeah, and I mean, whether or not, like, if Christian Gonzalez has a great first 4 years in New England, like, whether or not, that turns into a big contract in New England or somebody else, I mean, I don't think that much matters to Christian Gonzalez.
Tom, Tom and Mod and Kev, how they be waving their hands. Like, you do want to pick Emmanuel Forbes.
You want to pick him.
You do want to pick Emmanuel Forbes. You do like Emmanuel. You really like Emmanuel Forbes. And they was like, yeah, I really do like Emmanuel Forbes. And, but you want to go now. You want to pick him now. Because if you don't pick him now, take Emmanuel Forbes now. You
want him next.
Yeah, they ran sucker game on them boys.
The Jedi mind trick on them. They did,
and it worked. It worked. It worked.
Well, it's not even just the Washington pick either. It's like New England's picking 14, right? And they got 15, 16 between them and the Steelers. And that's like maybe the two most surprising picks so far in the draft with Will McDonald and Emmanuel Forbes.
Breaking news. Detroit Lions pick Campbell, middle linebacker, Iowa.
Wow, Jack Campbell.
Yes, they picked Camp. Wow.
They picked Jack Campbell. Sure did.
Wow. That was a guy that I didn't see. I thought the Steelers might be able to get him at 49.
Yeah, so here's the thing with here's my take on this pick is it's a reach. It's a reach, like you're getting at. It's a reach.
Yeah.
But he's got such a high floor, like at
He
the
does.
linebacker. Like you can just you plug and play.
Yeah.
He can cover. He can take on and shed blockers. He's not a hitter, right? He's
Yeah.
not somebody he's not going to be on SportsCenter every week.
Right.
But he can come in and stabilize a linebacker unit pretty much by himself.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not the worst thing that you can do.
Yeah.
But it's definitely a reach. But I mean, he high floor player. Definitely got a very high floor as a middle linebacker.
Yeah. He fits his coach's personality. I mean, if there's anything, he's definitely gonna be a coach on the field, but he fits.
Oh yeah.
He fits his coach's personality. He's a tough guy. We chewing nails. I'm gonna make you pay every time you come across the middle. I'm gonna knock you out. Now I'm not gonna run down in the hole and just blast you. But if you come across the middle, you're gonna pay. So I like it.
It was a reach. It was a reach, you guys, for sure. Whether the safe reach, no, but I agree with Tom. I agree with Tom all the way. When it comes down to it, bro, his floor is very high. His floor is very high. This is a guy who I think will be a staple in their defense in a couple of years. In a couple of years, we're going to be saying he was worth it, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, right now, it was a reach. There were other people there. I think Nolan Smith would have helped him. But Jack Campbell is the pick, Tate. For the
they're gonna pair him with that guy. If you remember last year, they had from Hard Knocks, that dude Rodrigo.
Yeah,
the rookie last year. They're gonna pair them two together at the middle linebacker. I mean, Detroit needed defense. Granted, there could have been some more higher upside players, but this is solid floor.
Yeah,
probably.
I mean, Tate, his overall was 39. He was overall ranked 39.
No, but Detroit took who they wanted, though.
Yeah.
It's a reach. I agree.
But we don't know how their draft board was set either. We don't know that,
Another thing that's I think important to consider with this pick too is that there's not really another true middle linebacker, I don't think, that's got a top 3 round grade. It's like
maybe Drew Sanders. Yeah, maybe Drew Sanders.
He's not a middle linebacker type though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's like he more fits like a 3-4 defensive end, outside linebacker in a blitz heavy type defense.
Yeah, Stillers.
And you got Trent Simpson,
Kalijah Campsey. I'm sorry, Kalijah Campsey just got picked
by Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, I just seen it.
Go ahead, Tom.
No, I was just gonna say it's like if you feel like we really have to target and get that prototypical middle linebacker sort of in this Jack Campbell mode. If you pass on him at 18, you're not going to get another one in the second or third round. Like there's not going to be any there.
Yeah.
He's really kind of the only premium middle linebacker, like in that classic, mold that's really in this draft. So I don't know if that makes it defensible, but that's.
So we're at pick number what? What pick are we at right now?
20.
We're at number 20. At 20, these are the guys. Now, forget Will Levis. I can get him out of here. I'm sorry, it's still left on the board. You got Dalton Kincaid, Nolan Smith, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Michael Mayer, Zay Flowers, Joey Porter Jr., Miles Murphy, Jordan Anderson, Deontay Banks, Quentin Johnson, Brian Brzee, Luke Musgrave. Teams are going to win. Teams that are picking late are going to win.
Finna get ready to win, yeah.
They're going to win.
Honestly, Bobby Compton said Urlacher type of player.
I like the comp.
Campbell.
I like the comp. Maybe not as fast.
Yeah, and not the hitter. He's not the hitter that Urlacher was. Urlacher, like, he started off as a safety, right? Like, he's got a ton of speed, and can come in and hit. But I mean, I don't think that's a terrible. I mean, honestly, I think he's sort of similar to LVE, to Leighton Vander Esch a lot. It's just LVE, he can't shed any blockers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like LVE, he needs to have a line eater in front of him at nose or at a 3 technique, right? Like he needs somebody up front like that. He can't shed. But like Jack Campbell can. But he's.
So this Tampa Bay pick, right?
Wow.
Is that because Gerald McCoy retired? Is that why they got his replacement? They just said, forget it, we're going to get a replacement? Or are they saying, okay, we're going to reboot the team and start getting off pieces? Because, they lost Brady, but, you ain't at a tight end. Gronk gone. So, do you get a tight end? Do you look at a quarterback? I mean, what was really going on in Tampa Bay? Because I like the pick. I don't dislike the pick. But are they going to do a soft reboot in Tampa? Or a straight up just house, we're going to clean house? Because I don't think he helps them this year.
He's such a boomer bust pick.
Yeah.
He really is.
Agreed.
I mean, this is one of those guys. They're gonna, on the redraft a year from now, when they do a redraft of this draft, he's going top 10 or he's going 3rd or 4th round or something like that.
Absolutely.
Like, it's gonna be one or the other. There's not really gonna be any in between, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's like either he's gonna be able to get to the quarterback from that 3 technique spot, which is huge. If you got a guy that can do that, I mean, that's just. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier to go out and get edges than it is to get a 3 technique that can get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's that or not. I don't know. I mean, he's small, he's fast, short arms. Yeah, boomer bust pick.
Yeah.
So Claude Bishop asks, "Hey G, who goes first, Hooker or Levis?"
Hayden Hooker. Hayden Hooker. Listen. If Hayden Hooker doesn't get hurt, right, his story ends up very close to what happened with Joe Burrow. Hayden Hooker was a 2-year starter at Virginia Tech. It didn't work out. He had to walk away. He went to another program. At the first year with the other program, you've seen signs, but then his last year, he blew up. Joe Burrow, same thing. Joe Burrow was at Ohio State. He couldn't climb up the depth chart. He goes to LSU his first year, and we don't know. That second year in the offense and him understanding what's going on blows up. So without the injury, we're talking, I'm not saying he's Joe Burrow, but I'm saying he's got a Joe Burrow-like, because believe me, Tennessee was going to be in that Final Four. With no injury to Hayden Hooker, he was a dog. So I like him. And I keep going back to my original statement. If you put the tape on Levis, he's trash. It's Mel Kiper that was talking about
But he can throw 40 yards from a knee, Big G. Have you seen it? Have you seen the video?
So what? So you're never going to use that in real life, man. This is some fictitious thing, highlight tape that they want to just make up for the guy.
You're right.
I don't understand why they always put stuff like that up. No, let's go watch the tape. Let's not look at the fictitious stuff. Let's just go put the tape in. Okay, let's see what we got going on. I got the clicker. Oh, he can't throw an out route. Oh, I got the clicker. He missed the guy running wild across the seam. Oh, I got the clicker. He didn't even go off his first read. He went to his second read. Oh my God, he threw an interception. And you keep going through clicker. But no, he's trash.
He can throw the ball up to himself and go catch it.
Who cares? Who cares? It's not going to work in the NFL.
Oh, no. It might. Come on, G.
He's trash. He's trash. I keep saying.
What do you run, like a 4.45? Is that what he ran? Something like that?
So what?
No. Hey, no. I'm just asking.
He trash, man. He trash, man.
Timothy Lyons says you don't trust the guy who puts mayo in his coffee.
Timmy, Timmy, I'm riding with you on that one, bro. I'm riding with you. How you gonna put mayonnaise in coffee? That sounds so nasty.
Yeah,
that just sounds nasty. I can see a little cream, a little sugar, maybe a little milk. I can see that, but some mayonnaise. Oh.
And who even thinks to try that?
I mean, what were you going
even if it
through
is good? Like, who
it?
finds that out? Like, who's like, I wonder what this tastes like. Like, why?
The guy who stands and sits on his knees and throws the ball 40 yards into a trash basket. That's who he's trying to do anything to set himself apart and make himself seem like, oh yeah, I'm marketable. I put mayonnaise in my coffee. No, you're trash. I'm gonna keep going back.
I'm marketable.
Over and over and over. He's not good, man. He's not good. Hey, Tim, if Seattle drafts him, they are stupid. I'm telling you, they're stupid.
No,
Seattle
they're not
just
gonna.
needs-
No, they're not gonna do that here. No
Especially with like Miles Murphy still on the board.
You
Are
know, Joey
serious?
Nolan
Porter Jr.
Smith.
still in here. Like, I mean, Seattle's not going to take him, but Joey Porter Jr. still here, man.
That would.
I mean-
Hey, who? So let me see where we at. Let me go look, man.
We got 30 seconds left, and Seattle still hadn't put a pick in.
Man,
They're debating on where they're going to go. Somebody's in it. It's probably who's. We know
Nolan
who's
Smith.
in it.
Nolan
Yeah,
Smith.
But the pick's in. They just ain't showed it yet. They ain't
Picks
showed
in.
it. Yeah, but somebody is Pete Carroll's in there beating his chest about somebody. That's why it took so long. Pete Carroll then stood up on top of the table. He didn't. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Pete Carroll wear the hardest tennis shoes in the league. Pete Carroll be rocking the Marauders. The Marauders. He rocking the Marauders, man.
JSN.
They
That
took
was a
Jackson
pick.
Smith and Juka.
Yep.
Good pick.
The Dallas Cowboys are not better than the Seattle Seahawks.
Good
They're not
pick.
better. You realize what they just did with 11, right? What is the Seattle Seahawks 11 personnel now? What's their 11?
DK Metcalf.
Uh-huh.
JSN.
Uh-huh.
Oh, what's the dude's name?
Tyler Lockett.
He's
Tyler
been there a minute.
Lockett.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Tyler Lockett. Yep.
Who's the tight end? Noah
Who's the
Fant.
tight end there?
Noah Fant.
Meh.
Noah Fant, a dog. Noah Fant.
He's mid, right? I mean, like he's not.
He's mid. Definitely
He's mid.
mid.
Walker, the running back from Michigan State. And Gino.
Hey, man.
They ready to roll.
Hey.
I agree.
Yeah, but you no.
They ready to roll.
No.
Hey, that's a good wide receiver group. That's a good wide receiver
They
group.
ready to roll.
No.
I bet money that Jackson Smith and Juka has odds on end to possibly win Rookie of the Year out there. And I forgot to put my sign up for old Jackson Smith and Juka. Go Bucks.
Hey, man, if y'all was wondering where I was at, man, I had to get something to eat, man.
Man,
Oh no, you good. You're good.
You know we got that popcorn, dog.
Oh no, I ate a meal.
Damn, this man had some hamburgers.
I brought some home earlier from a Mediterranean restaurant, like a bowl, like a like a Chipotle bowl, except Mediterranean dishes.
That's some
And
good stuff.
I just muted, blanked the camera, was sitting right here smashing.
Hey man, you
I
got
was listening to y'all.
Yeah. You just swallowed, just like inhaled it straight, just
He said drunk Gino hadn't proven nothing.
I thought Gino had a good year.
Yeah,
Gino
why-
had
why-
a
why-
great year.
Is there a reason we call Gino drunk?
I don't know. Jackson Smith and Juka is they ready to roll. There's another team that just jumped in front of the Cowboys in the NFC. They ready to roll.
I don't think so. You're
They ready
hating
to
the
roll,
Cowboys
man.
blind you.
We got to see who the Cowboys pick. I think the Cowboys playing a tougher division this year.
Your
I can-
hate for the Cowboys is blinding.
No, it's
You know what
not
I'm saying?
blinding.
Gino is not better than Dakota. Don't try it.
I didn't say that. I'm saying,
Yeah.
okay, he's not better. But look, who does the Cowboys have in their 11 personnel? And look who Seattle has in their 11 personnel.
Brandon Cook, CeeDee Lamb right now.
That's a pretty good one too.
That's a
Lockett,
pretty good.
good
That's
one.
a pretty good one too.
Lockett, DK Metcalf, Jackson Smith and Juka, Noah Fant, Walker, Gino.
No
Okay.
offense, just a guy.
No offense,
No
just a
offense,
guy.
just a guy.
And he's not. Walker's not better than Tony Pollard.
Oh my. Okay. Stop it. Stop it. Man, stop it, man.
He's better than Tony Pollard.
Tate.
I'm asking you a question.
Tate.
Depending
Tony
on
Pollard.
which one. Dallas got to find another workhorse because Kenneth Walker III is a workhorse.
He's a killer.
But Tony's a home run hitter, and
Yeah.
he's a threat every time he gets the ball.
Hey, that 11 personnel is banging in Seattle. That 11 personnel is causing. Jackson Smith and Juka, like I said, I'm calling it on the KnoItAllz. I'm telling you, he might win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'm telling you, he fell into a great spot.
Nah, he fell into a great spot, but DK's still the number one, and Pete Carroll wants to run the ball. So I don't see him getting those numbers it's going to take to get Rookie of the Year.
I don't know.
Hold up your sign for me, Big G.
For the bias?
Yeah, hold it up for yourself.
I've been called biased, man. I'm buck-eyed out over here.
Great one
Come on,
said
dog.
Geno is the only old piece on the Seahawks. I would give Geno a year to show he's for real. If he falls through, their record will suffer, and they can get someone to sit behind him.
Well, they're probably gonna have to give him more than the year, because if they cut him, if they turn him loose after this year, it's going to cost them $17 million in dead money. So I think they're
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, they sign up for a 2-year contract.
Yeah.
And I think Geno proved himself last year. I mean, they don't need Geno to go out and win games. They need Geno not to lose games and manage what's going on. And he's a good quarterback at doing what he does.
He was fringe top 10 quarterback last year.
Agreed.
I mean, definitely. Like he was good. He wasn't just driving the
Pro
bus.
Bowler.
He had a good season.
Agreed.
Was he comeback player of the year? I don't remember.
Yes.
He should have been if he wasn't.
He was. Yeah, agreed. He balled out. And now you gave him another weapon. Jack, like I said, don't be shocked. 65 to 90 catches. Don't be shocked.
Jay Steed says Walker is better than Pollard.
Yes.
And he says, agree with Big G. Watch out for Seattle.
Watch out. They causing they made that pick to say, okay, 49ers, y'all got a defense? Okay. But the 49ers 11 personnel is off the chain. They got some hitters over there for San Francisco land. They just ain't got the quarterback thing worked out. But McCaffrey, Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, Kittle, they got some hitters over there, man. So they got a team to line up with San Fran and say, we got a better quarterback than you.
I will say none of those 4 guys you just listed did very much the last 2 rounds of the playoffs. I know when they got beat up by Philadelphia, they lost their quarterback, but none of those four guys did much of anything against the Cowboys either.
Who, San Fran?
Yeah. And so I know we're talking about 2 really good defenses last year.
Yeah, we talking about an L versus a dub. L dog versus a dub. They got for sure. Dub.
But dub, that's a team statistic. So I mean, the 49ers got the dub, but Deebo didn't have a good game. Ayuk didn't have a good game. McCaffrey didn't have a good game. Kittle, he had a decent game. He had 1 catch. I think he had like 60 or 70 yards or something like that. Like, that's a good game.
So hold up. I need to read this to you. 228 carries, 1,050 yards, 9 touchdowns, 4.6 yards, tied for 24th. Overall rating 76.7, rushing 83.5.
This must be
Walker.
This Pollard.
No, Pollard's 5 yards a carry.
Who is that? That's
Walker.
Kenneth Walker. Tony Pollard, 193 carries, 1,007 yards,
he's over 5 yards a carry.
5.2 a carry. Overall 89.5, rushing 89.9, receiving 75.7. Don't try it.
But now hold on, because I do think that G and Tate are making a really good point, and that's that Tony Pollard has not proven that he can be a bell cow.
Exactly.
Yeah, right. It's like he has shown that he can be that guy who carries the ball 12 to 15 times a game and gets you 5 yards a carry, and that's good enough to be a top 10 back in the league. Like, no doubt. But like, you got to be able to carry the ball 20 times a game, 16, 17 games a year before we're going to put you in that. Like, this is that bell cow guy, because he's been protected so far, right? And he might be protected again this year, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, you can't just look at yards per carry, because it's like, where is he getting those carries? How many carries is he getting? Like, it's apples to oranges sometimes. So I'm big on Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard's an elite back, but there is a conversation.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Dallas won't pay Tony Pollard after this year.
I don't think so either. And I think they were looking, but I think we can get Israel in the later rounds, and I think he'll be good. But the way this draft is going, I don't know. Bobby Compton said Huntley was a Pro Bowler this year. That stuff don't count. Not hating, but facts.
He's a hater. Bobby, don't be a hating, man. The issue is they don't play the game anymore. But the actual saying where I belong amongst the elite, that means something. It still means something.
And Huntley was what they call it, the substitute, one of the substitute players.
Yes. Yeah, because
Quentin Johnson just went to
the Chargers.
The Chargers.
Ooh, they 11 personnel.
Oh, that's nice. Y'all played him this year too, Mod.
Whoa. Quentin Johnson.
I'm almost kind of relieved.
Ooh,
I'm almost
that's
kind of
a
relieved
good
he wasn't
pick.
there at 26.
It's a
Because
good
you didn't
pick.
want to take him.
It would have been a
Because I
hard
think it would be
decision.
hard to pass on him, and I think he's got big bust potential.
ooh, but man, an 11 in the slot. You just get him the ball,
I
man.
think it's a good pick.
Mike Williams, Quentin Johnson, Keenan Allen about to be washed soon.
But he ain't washed yet.
No, he's not.
Everett play tight end, but they got to figure out the running back, Tate. Is Eckler out of there?
If they don't pay him,
Yeah.
I just feel sorry for him, man. He, you know.
Did they tag
Hopefully-
him? What's the deal?
Huh?
Did they tag him?
No, I don't know. I'm saying I just feel I feel sorry for Quentin Johnson. He over there with one of the world's worst in their offensive coordinator. Just
See?
Kellen Moore's trash.
See,
I think Kellen Moore gonna blow up this year.
bias.
Kellen Moore's trash. He's hot garbage.
That's whose name you might hear in the MVP vote is Justin Herbert, not Dak Prescott.
So I got a question. This is a serious
All right, now,
question.
go ahead.
Go ahead, Tom. Go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say that I quickly adjusted what the wording. I said at first I said he'll get MVP votes, and I said, hold on, let me put it this way. Halfway through the season, he will be in the MVP conversation. And 2 out of the last 4 years, he has been in the MVP conversation halfway through the year. So that's all I'm saying.
That's legit. That's legit.
That's all I'm saying.
That's not getting votes though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said that first, but then I said, hold on.
No, I was going off what Mod said last night. I didn't know you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I didn't either.
I believe he'll get votes.
I said it.
I wholeheartedly agree.
So
he's got receivers. When they have receivers, he's been really good.
It's been really
like the only time he hasn't been really good is they don't have anybody that gets open. And with Cooks, they should have 2 guys that get open this year. So I expect he's going to have a really good year. Anyway, go ahead, G.
This is a serious question to the Cowboy fans that's on the pod right now, right? Is McCarthy a problem? Is McCarthy the problem?
I don't think so. I think his hand has been tied with Kellen, and he's like tried to work with Kellen because they love Kellen. You know, he was a Jason Garrett guy in a holdover, and he was a condition when he first took the job. Oh, you gotta let Kellen do his thing. You gotta let Kellen cook.
Yeah.
So he kind of was shutting his mouth and biding his time. He never was a fan of Kellen's offense, right? And then he tried to overstep with Kellen certain times, and you could tell they wasn't vibing a lot. And I said this, and Tom, I'm gonna tell you, I'm telling you the truth. Kellen and Mike were almost never around each other when the game started. They wasn't no talking. You know what I'm saying? And that was a reason. I believe it was a reason. I mean, he tried to get too fancy at times, and I think Mike having the offense in his hands is gonna be better for us. I think Mike. This is Mike's prove-it year, too. Just like it's Dakota's prove-it year. This is Mike's proven year.
Tom, same answer, or you feel different, or what's going on?
I mean, honestly, I don't think this is going to be a very popular take because I think that pretty much everybody wants to know. It's like at the end of the year, there's one team that succeeded and there's 31 teams that failed. And we all want to know whose fault is it for every one of those 31 teams. And it's like you wouldn't look at the Texans and say, oh, that was Lovie Smith's fault. It's like he had a crappy team, right? Like that wasn't Lovie's fault. That's not Lovie's fault. And so I don't know, like the Cowboys, like they had a good team and like we wanted to see them do better against the 49ers. We wanted to see the offense, perform well, and they didn't. The defense exceeded expectations in that game.
Agreed.
That was a formidable offense. I mean, that was a formidable offense. Like you're talking about with the 11 personnel that they got there. They got weapons all over the field, right?
Right.
But at the same time, if you don't have receivers that can get open, like that was a really good defense that the Cowboys were playing against, right?
True.
Like
true.
You can't be one-dimensional against a team like that, right?
Yeah.
You got to have guys that get open. And the Cowboys have one guy that got open. So it's like I don't really see it as really being anybody's fault necessarily. I feel like that the coaches and Dak and everybody pretty much got all that you could get out of that team. Like that team was not, it's like maybe we told ourselves that, oh, they got TY, off the couch and he's really going to help us, right? And it's like, after after the dust settles, we're like, TY wasn't going to do anything. He was sitting on the couch half the season, It's like once we kind of come down a little bit, and like I said, the dust settles a little bit, and we say, it's not really anybody's fault. They didn't have anybody who could get open. And like, you can't be one-dimensional offensively when you play a team like the 49ers. So I don't think it's McCarthy's fault. I don't think it's, the offensive coordinators. His name's escaping me. I know we were just talking about him.
Kellen Moore.
Kellen. I don't think it's Kellen's fault. It was just a personnel thing. Like, they just weren't. It's just the team wasn't good enough.
Okay, so
I have another question. I have a question, G. This is because they have a pick coming up, right? They're in the next 2 picks. What happens? Tell me. Okay, what happens to Minnesota's running back Dalvin Cook? Is he still going to be in Minnesota, or do they cut him or do they trade him?
I think they're going to try to trade him for whatever they can get for him, because cutting him, you just walk away with nothing. But it's too much money on there, man. I'm not saying he's washed or he's not a good player, because he's a top 10 running back in the NFL. But from a contract negotiation standpoint, do you sign this guy long-term, or, how do you work it out? But you never know. We get smoke signals all the time that goes on out there, i.e. the Lamar Jackson thing. And little did we know he was going to get his bread. So maybe Minnesota's like, look, we're going to get through the draft. We're going to make some negotiations and talks, and we ain't going to cut you. We're going to pay you. You're just going to have to settle for what we're going to give you versus giving you the bag, because that's what he wants. Cook wants the bag, He's not
going to get it, but
he's not getting it.
The Ravens pick is going to be Joey Porter Jr. I agree with Claude for once in my life.
Yeah. yeah. I mean, Tate, we've talked about this before. Ravens and Steelers are built just like each other. So if it was a guy that was on our board, you better believe it was a guy who was on Baltimore's board. So but Joey Porter, the value right here is unreal. Now our boy Juan said he's a walking penalty. I don't agree with that.
He says a flag waiting to happen.
Yeah, he ain't no walking penalty. Joey Porter is
he's a big grabby, but that's not something that can't be coached out of him in the
he's
next
super
level.
grabby. He's super grabby.
Yeah. I think he'll be fine. I hate the fact that he is going to go to Baltimore if that's the case. That's going to hurt us, man. Baltimore, Lamar Jackson.
Zay Flowers. Baltimore picked Zay Flowers.
Ooh. They going 11 personnel. But, man, I told you that. I told you they was going to go 11.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, they going 11.
It's a good pick.
In order to beat the Bengals, you got to have a dog 11 personnel you put out there, man. You got to get 35 on the Bengals. You ain't going to win. So, you pair him with Beckham. You pair Zay Flowers. You got Becton, the kid from Minnesota. You got Andrews, the tight end. You got J.K. Dobbins. They got some 11
but you still got Lamar pulling the trigger, not quite worried about him dropping back in the pocket and beating us with his arm.
Yeah.
So Tom.
Yeah.
Right now you got Will Levis, Dalton Kincaid, Nolan Smith, Brian Branch, Miles Murphy, Deontay Banks, Michael Mayer, Joey Porter Jr., Jordan Addison, Antonio Harrison, Osiris Torrance, and DeJuan Jones available right now. Right? That's 7 picks. The Cowboys pick in 4 picks more right now.
Yeah, they got 3 to go, and then it'll be them.
Who do we trade back, or do we take one of those guys?
I would think long and hard about Deontay Banks. I know we're DB rich. I know we've got corners. I know we've got safeties. I know it's a strength, but I think I came into this draft thinking there's 3 really good corners in this draft, and that's Devin Witherspoon, and that's Christian Gonzalez, and it's Deontay Banks. And then after that, there's a bit of a drop-off. I don't think Emmanuel Forbes and Clark Phillips, and I don't know, Keely Ringo, he's a little bit of – I'm not sure about him. But I think Deontay Banks, it'd be tough to pass up at that spot. Nolan Smith, he's not going to make it to 26, right? I don't want to take a tight end. I don't want to take a safety. I don't want to take a quarterback. I mean, for me, it's if Nolan Smith's there, like, think long and hard about it. and think about taking
long and hard, because him with Michael Parsons, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Well, so really, Micah is a linebacker, so you can actually pull Micah back and start using him more at the linebacker with that pick. And then you got Tank on the other side still. We still have Tank and Dorrance Armstrong.
I think that's a really good point. Because like Micah, I know that it might be tempting as a Cowboy fan to think like Micah, he's going to do this for the next 10 years. He's not. You at that size, like you can't play that way for 10 years. Like it's not going to happen.
Agreed.
I think that they're better off opportunistically, it's not a position of need this year, but opportunistically finding somebody, that can play that spot primarily and bring Micah in kind of as a closer, right? You bring him in situationally.
Yeah.
And so, maybe Nolan Smith, maybe that's a good pick. I'm kind of starting to think, goodness, I mean, we're at pick. This is 23 and Nolan Smith's still there. Like, is there something? I mean, I'm surprised he's fallen this far. It's kind of.
Well, I mean, look at everybody. Everybody's drafted for their own need. This is the thing. This is where Sean predicted Hendon Hooker would go. But I'm thinking that they're going to take a tight end, even though they already have one. I think they'll either take a tight end or receiver, right? And then when we look at Jacksonville, I mean, they're a toss-up. They could take anybody. That would be where Nolan Smith would go if he's there, right? Yeah. Then New York, I say they take a wide receiver as well. I'm thinking, at this point, I would rather trade out of this pick.
Yeah, it's just like there's a lot of guys in the top half of the second round that I like about as much as I do most of the guys that are going to be there at 26 anyway.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's like, you can trade back and get Mozzie Smith. I really like Mozzie Smith. I think he'd be a good fit, in Dallas. Like we don't really have that run stopping nose. And like Mozzie looks like he's going to be that.
Yeah.
There's guards. You got Avila, you got Osiris Torrance. He's there. Darnell Washington, like he might be there. Cam Smith, he looks like he would be a really good fit. He play kind of a ball hawk, slot corner. And there's going to be tight ends there too. If you want to get like Sam Laporta, like somebody like that, like probably going to be there.
Yeah.
There's linebackers, Trent Simpson, Drew Sanders. Like there's just tons of guys that you're still going to be able to pick up in the top half of the second round. So, I mean, Nolan Smith, Deontay Banks, or trade back. Like those are really the only two picks right now that make sense to me. Although you're hearing a lot of noise around the tight ends with the Cowboys. I'm just kind of hoping that it's not true.
Oh my God, I'm hoping that it's not true. And to be honest, you still got two of the best cornerbacks on the board, Joey Porter and
Deontay Banks.
I'm forgetting about Joey Porter too. Like I'm a little worried about how handsy he was. I mean, I think he had like 10 penalties or something like that. I think I was reading that the other day this past season. And I know a lot of times you can coach that out of them, but it's like some guys you look and you see they're handsy, but it doesn't really look like that they're completely reliant on getting away with that to be an effective corner. And I'm not so sure about Joey Porter. He looks like a lot of his effectiveness comes from his, being physical in the sort of way that's just not really going to pass in the NFL. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not a scout. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I'm a little concerned about that with Joey Porter. I like Deontay Banks a lot better.
Yeah. Hey, so I got a question right now, just to the whole panel. Tate, I'm gonna start with you, man. Who's the biggest faller so far in the draft? Outside of we know Levis, but we didn't have Levis up there. We'll tell you one of the mock drafts you did, but outside of that, who's the biggest faller so far right now? That's still on the board. You're like, man, how is this still sitting there?
Man, I think it got to be what we just said. Both of their names has to be between Nolan Smith and Joey Porter, I'd say at this point.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I feel it. Mod, who's the biggest faller?
Man, Nolan Smith, Deontay Banks.
Yeah. Tom, biggest faller.
I mean, it's Nolan Smith. Like, I mean, I think Deontay Banks and and Joey Porter, definitely you could have seen them going, sooner than this, but I don't think if somebody had said coming into this, draft, Deontay Banks and Joey Porter, they're going to go somewhere in the mid-20s or, late, the late part of the first round. That wouldn't have surprised you. If somebody said the same thing about Nolan Smith, I think that's very surprising. So I think Nolan Smith to me kind of sits alone atop the biggest fallers list. I mean, he's standing out.
I feel it. And the reason I asked that, I'll open this question up to the live chat as well. What player has fell the farthest that you think, like, man, why is he still sitting there? So we want to hear your answers and thoughts over in the live chat as well. I got a little different spin. I think Michael Mayer was we all thought that he would be the number one guy off the board. And to this point, have we had a tight end go yet?
Not at all.
We have not had a tight end go. So,
and you were on it saying you was going to see 4 go in the top first round.
Exactly.
We haven't had one go. B-Dirt said Nolan Smith is too small, but
yeah, I mean that's
bro,
what
he tested off the charts. Hey, the small is one of those things. I'm looking at, who I'm looking at, who's probably going to come off.
Is he much smaller than Will McDonald? I mean, like Will McDonald, he's only like 245, something like that. I think
Nolan Smith's like 240. He's like 240.
Yeah, he's like 240, right? I mean, it's not that much of a difference though. Mm-hmm. But anyway.
And I'm looking at somebody who's probably going to end up coming off before we think, and that's Felix Uzoma from Kansas State, because there's people who are looking at edges right now, and I think that if they reach for McDonald, I think they're going to reach for this guy because he looks just as good and he's fast. So we'll see. He reminds me, and Tom said, I'll let Tom. Who was your comp on that guy?
Yeah, so I didn't really watch any of his tape until a couple of nights ago. And first 5 seconds, I was just like, this guy, he just looks exactly like DeMarcus Lawrence on the field, like exactly like him. And I looked up the measurables, and they're almost identical. Like I think it's like maybe hand size is a little bit different, but and D-Law's probably got longer arms. D-Law's got super long arms. But same build, play the same style. This dude, he's not going to be the pass rusher that Will McDonald is. Excuse me. They both fulfill their potential. He doesn't really profile with the same pass rushing abilities as Will McDonald, but he's like Felix.
Hold on, Tom. Yeah. Jordan Addison, the Vikings pick.
Shoo. That's a reach, but I understand why.
That's a good pick. They got rid of Thielen. They need somebody to help with Justin Jefferson. They picked up Hawkinson last year. Kirk Cousins can throw that rock whether you like him or not. I think that's a good pick.
Tate, I got a question to you specifically. This is a Steeler question. Joey Porter Jr. still sitting on the board. We're at pick 25. We own the number 32 pick. Did we trade back in the first round to get him?
And I think we stand pat and see what happens because Deontay Banks is out there, Joey Porter Jr., Brian Brzee, and Darnell Washington. I think we'll get one of those 4.
Yeah, Michael Mayer. He's sitting there too. And
I have no interest in Michael Mayer. You would want Michael Mayer over Darnell Washington?
No. Miles Murphy's there too.
And Miles Murphy. So if we just stand pat, we're going to get a good player unless they really want Joey Porter Jr.
Yeah, because we're like I said, we're at 20. We're at 25, and he's on the board.
I think Deontay Banks goes here to the Jaguars.
That makes sense.
Here.
I think Brian Branch.
Yeah,
Brian Branch is a good one too, man.
Miles Murphy's a great one.
New York traded up to 24.
Yeah, remember we said this was going where teams was going to start happening, so they fell in love with somebody. They fell in love with somebody.
So the Giants have traded up with the Jaguars?
Yeah.
They moved up from 26, 27.
They swapped picks.
Oh, 25.
I think it was 25. Yeah. Yeah, 25.
They on the clock.
They swapped.
There's somebody they want.
So who the Giants take here?
The Giants go offense.
Maybe they go Michael Mayer. No, they just got Darren Waller though.
Yeah, I think honestly, right here they're gonna go wide receiver, or they're gonna go Branch.
I don't think there's any more first round wide receivers.
There's no. I don't think Jordan Addison was one, but
I don't either. I think it fits for Minnesota, but I don't. Yeah. Now that Addison's going, I don't see the Giants taking a receiver.
Yeah, they either a receiver or safety. And
but what receiver, Mike? What receiver in the first round?
Yeah. Hey, Tom, we thought there wouldn't be that many. There's 4 off the board already.
Listen,
It just shows you how much they value the position.
Will McDonald, we didn't think was going to be a first round draft. They have first round grades that we don't have as first round grades. So they may have graded somebody better. You know, either
I'm just asking you to give me a name. Just give me a name. I'm just saying,
I don't know. Jalen Hyatt.
There are no more first round receivers left. Josh Downs might be next up, but he's not a first round receiver.
No.
Jalen Hyatt, maybe. I like that, man.
Oh, I forgot about Hyatt. That's all I said. Give me a name.
Jalen Hyatt. I still don't
think that.
He fast. Jalen Hyatt real fast. Maybe they're going to draft
Jalen Hyatt, Josh Downs.
Maybe they're going to put.
But all of these guys weren't. We didn't think that we would see them in the first round. Right now, the way things have been shook up, I just don't know. I don't give you a name. Like I said, either Branch or a wide receiver.
Maybe Nolan Smith, and they put him opposite Thibodeau, and they come.
That's beastie, or Miles Murphy.
Yeah, and they coming. Nolan Smith is their version of Michael Parsons.
I hope Nolan Smith keep coming, so we got a decision to make.
Man, there's a lot of dudes at 32. We're going to have to make a lot of decisions.
When we go off the air after pick 31, I want you to tell me who you think it's going to be, Big G. A trade or who they going to pick, the Steelers, to start tomorrow off.
Ain't no way in the world we trading. I ain't giving them Nathan.
After said, I don't think the Steelers waste draft capital to move up again.
Heck,
not where they are. It's a good pick.
I ain't trading. You'd have to come with the farm to get my 32 pick because too many good dudes done dropped. I ain't giving them Nathan. No,
and I agree with that. I think the Steelers is set on pick, obviously moved up. Broderick Jones pick 32, 49, and 80. And that's what they're gonna roll the camp with. They're gonna draft 2 people in the 7th round with their picks. And then just worry about the undrafted free agents. But four legit, probably really, really super good players with
Tate, hold on. Deontay Banks. Deontay Banks went to the Giants.
That's a good pick.
You said it. That's a good pick. That is.
That's a real good pick. So I like the cornerback position. Like in the Giants. I mean, if you don't have the 11, you got to be able to stop the 11. At least slow it down. You ain't gonna stop no 11.
Who's the Giants' other DB on the other side?
Deontay Banks. All right.
I'm great. Look, I ain't short take, so I don't want to say for sure, but let me check.
Tom, you got it? You gonna look it up? I forget his name.
I'm sorry. I just now sat back down. What was the question?
The cornerback for the Giants.
No. I got it. Hold on. I got it.
I know Julian Love is back there.
So they got Cordell Flott at one corner. They got a Dory Jackson at the other.
He was a first round pick from Tennessee like 3 years ago.
Dory's their guy.
Yeah.
So, the Giants came up.
Yeah. That's their defense. So
I want to see what I'm with you, Afton. I want to see what the Giants traded and gave up to move back.
You said Jacksonville was going to take Deontay Banks, man. I thought, but the Giants made the pick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he picked a spot though. That's for sure. They just traded. So that
but he said Giants will take a receiver.
Yeah,
I said or Branch. Yeah,
I like Branch.
We're one away from the Cowboys.
One away.
Yeah, one away from the Cowboys. So there's the trade. The Giants got 24. Jacksonville got 25. They got a 2023 5th round pick. And they got a 2023 7th round pick.
Got a 5th and a 7th.
They got a 5th and a 7th to move up.
Guess it's worth it to get your guy.
Yeah.
Something that might work in the Cowboys' favor at 26 is that it looks like every tight end is going to be available at 26. And I don't mean that from the perspective of like wanting the Cowboys to draft a tight end, but you could have some interested parties in the 2nd round looking to move up and take a Mayer or a Kincaid.
The Bengals. The Bengals will be the trade bait because
why would the Bengals trade up for a tight end and every tight end is available? You just said that.
Yeah, well, I guess.
So ain't no reason to trade up for a tight end.
If there's a guy
you get Mayer, you get Kincaid, you get Washington. I mean, you get the 1st round tight end. You want one of them if you're the Bengals. I won't trade up and give them no capital. One pick away.
Yeah. Tim Lyon said the Cowboys going to draft. Man, if that happens, man, we might as well just shut the show
man,
down.
I'm shutting the live down, man.
Yeah,
Oh, my God. Oh
Right.
my God, that would be the story of the year in sports. And we're just talking about the draft. That the Dallas Cowboys took Will. That would tell your boy his days are numbered for sure. That would tell Dak, you're out of here, buddy. We just drafted a quarterback. That would be hilarious. That would be beyond hilarious.
I think if Dallas wasn't one under have Dak under contract for all this money, and they had a chance, if they knew they could get Will Levis,
Traded.
they wouldn't have paid Dak that money. Because
Buffalo
I
on the clock.
think ultimately they're close to the same guy.
Buffalo's on the clock.
Yeah, I just seen the trade. They traded.
Wow.
Wait, so Buffalo came up.
Yeah.
With Jacksonville went back again.
Back.
Yep.
Ain't no first round. They ain't going running back. Running backs going first round.
Oh, that's
true. They're going tight end. They're going tight end.
They're going tight end.
They're going tight end.
So?
Not Joey
Porter.
They could go Jalen Hyatt.
Joey Porter at corner for Buffalo.
Maybe.
Von Miller come off an injury. They could go
Nolan Smith
or Miles Murphy.
Yeah, Miles Murphy better. I think for them it would be Miles Murphy.
But Nolan Smith just a piece, man. He's a piece.
Yeah.
He can play some off ball. You put him on the edge. He's 4.3 something, 4.39 speed.
4.34. 4.34. That boy fast.
They think he can play some they think he can play some linebacker.
I've seen teams said they might try him there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, these last few picks are going to be super interesting. Hey,
I wonder what Buffalo gave up to get this pick, because they jumped up 3.
Two late picks, a 5th and a 7th, probably. That's it.
No, they gave up more than that.
Hey, we're almost to the end of the draft too. Just let me take a moment to thank all of those people that's been rocking with us throughout the KnoItAllz podcast, live coverage of the NFL draft. You guys have been with us. We've appreciated everybody in the live comment spots. And like we said earlier, please like and subscribe on TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Twitch, and follow us on the KnoItAllz podcast as we bring you good information, comments, content, and you know how we do it on the KnoItAllz podcast for sure. So thank you guys for sticking with us on the KnoItAllz podcast.
You said comments, content. What else you say?
Heck, I don't even know.
You didn't say you didn't say comedy and Crayola.
I said comedy and Crayola. Hey, Tate, I told you this ain't the Crayola, man. This some artwork that went into this, man.
Crayola make markers too, bro.
Man, I don't know, man. It was some artwork went into this, bro. This took some time and some effort and some energy, man. To get this in, man. And you know what? It's true. It's true. I ain't even got one of my favorite signs to put up yet all night, because I don't think any first round is truly this, but one of my favorite signs of all time. Mod, you know what it is? Oh no, it ain't. I've showed Dumpster's Fire 15,000 times.
That's my sign.
I know it. Kincaid?
Yep.
But yeah, I told you, tight end and wide receiver.
Kincaid.
Fellas, this is one of my favorite signs.
Scrub.
Hey,
so talk to me about this pick. Talk to me about this pick, Tom. Let's talk about it. How does this help them?
Yeah. So I think Dalton Kincaid is the tight end in this draft that's the most likely to turn out to be, the second coming of Travis Kelce. I don't think that's actually going to happen, and that's why I wouldn't have taken him in the first round. But I think he's got the most upside of any tight end. He kind of moves with that fluidity that Travis Kelce does. He seems like he's the most likely guy to be able to find those soft spots, in his zone. He's got the most upside. I mean, the other two guys that are right there, Darnell Washington and Michael Mayer, they're guys that, they're better like traditional tight ends in terms of like they've got that the blocking, the inline blocking, foundation there that Dalton Kincaid doesn't. But from what I've read, the scouts think about Kincaid is that he's a willing blocker. So maybe he can, learn to be, average, that. But I think it's a risky pick. I think anytime you take a tight end in the first round, I think it's a risk. this is a boomer bust pick.
Yeah. B Dirt, you rocking with me. You said it, man. You said, good Lord, G, you called it. There would be more trades than you can remember in the first round. I've been saying it all along.
G, my guy over here did a tape. He got up and went and got him a soda. He said, man, I got to go get me some refreshment over here on the other side.
Hey, and I want to give G his due too, because I think it was not this last draft, but the draft before. So you guys, as a KnoItAllz, this is y'all's third draft, right?
Yes.
And I've been watching KnoItAllz since day one. And I can remember, I'm pretty sure it was the first draft that you guys did, like leading up to. Big G was telling everybody how many wide receivers were going to go in the first round. And
that was last year.
That was last year. And this is our second draft.
Okay, this is your second draft. Yeah. Okay, gotcha. Well, either way, last draft, Big G was shouting from the rooftops how many wide receivers were going to go in that first round.
Well, I mean,
everybody thought he was crazy, and he called it. And he called it this year too.
In fairness to Big G, he also called 4 tight ends in the first round this year.
Well, we got how many we got going right now? One. There could be 3 go off. The Bengals is taking 1. There's 2.
The Bengals go. I think the Bengals take Mayer. I do think that.
There could be 4 tight ends go off on this one. It ain't over.
Everybody, we have to pick a tight end that's left.
It ain't over. It ain't over. It ain't over, man. It ain't over. Don't I'm telling you, it ain't over. The Cowboys.
I mean, I'm looking at you got Miles Murphy and Nolan Smith here, man.
Pass on Miles Murphy. Big pass.
G. If 4 tight ends go in the first round, I will call you Draft Miyagi for the next 5 drafts.
Mr. Miyagi. Mr. Miyagi.
Miyagi's son.
We body you, Miyagi's son. You are the one. You're the one. But listen. I'm gonna say this for the people that watch us in the live chat and just us in general. All of the KnoItAllz take a lot of time researching, going through information. So when we have shows like this, we're just not shooting from the moon. We're saying stuff, the trends and tendencies that we see. So all of us take astronomical amounts of time to go out there and do research. And that's why I think our name was born out of the KnoItAllz, because we really do know it all, because we go do a lot of work to get value to bring to our content. So that way, when people start rocking with us, they're like, man, these dudes really do know what they're talking about. They better than some of those top-notch podcasters out there that so-called quote-unquote top-notch. But we think and feel we definitely are top-notch. So, that's why I say we spend a lot of time, effort, and energy getting this information down. So it is what it is.
And yeah, the Bills did pick. They picked Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah.
So now the Cowboys on the clock. And listen, I'm going to tell you, there's probably going to be a 30 for 30 on this guy, man. Will McClay is the real. He's the real MVP. I trust him. I really do. I trust him.
A 30 for 30?
Listen,
every time, man,
that's the homer take of all homer takes. The VP of player personnel at the Dallas Cowboys today. 30 for 30
I'm gonna tell y'all why I said it, bro. Because I'm really nervous with this pick. Because I'm saying to myself, come on, man, Will, you got to do right. You got to do right, man. Will, you've always done right. You know how you talk yourself into something? This is me talking myself into it. You got to do right, Will. Got to do right.
So who do you guys want out of what's left on the board right now? Who do you want?
Like so you're saying we're not trading back, like we're forced to make the pick. Who do we
take? Right now at this spot, who do you want? Joey Porter's out there.
No.
Nolan Smith.
I would say Osiris Torrance.
Oh, that's a good pick. I didn't think about him.
Mozzie Smith.
Mozzie Smith this early?
I mean, you're making me make the pick, right? You said I can't trade back. You told me I can't trade it. Maybe Felix Uzoma. I don't want him to pick a tight end, but like Darnell Washington, it's like there's a lot of guys that I just don't really like at this spot. Like either because I just don't really, I think it's a reach, or because it's not really like, it's like Brian Branch. Like I don't want to see him. Like we're safety rich. Like that's not a pick that makes sense. You don't want to draft a guy to just have him sit the bench, right? So guys that I think could play for us,
No,
Osiris
no.
Torrance.
No interest in Jalen Hyatt.
That's where I think they're going to go.
It's just
It's
golly,
too
man.
early, man.
I think we've already gotten into the second round, wide receivers, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
With Jordan Addison, my goodness.
Mm.
No, I mean that's such a reach.
Jalen Hyatt is.
I feel like it is. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
I like you guys, two young tight ends, Hendershot and whoever the other dude is.
Yeah, Jake Ferguson. I like him too.
Ferguson. I like both of them.
Fergie get busy.
Yeah. Yeah, we're on the phones right now. I think we're trying to trade out of this pick.
Yeah, you're down to three. You're down to 320 on the live. Well, I mean, not on the live on the screen, but you're down to 317 now.
Yeah,
and it's still they're trying to trade out of there.
Yeah,
you see,
I think what they're wanting to do. I think they're trying to trade with somebody who's got a pick somewhere in like the next 10 picks.
I see Mike McCarthy out here talking right now. He talking to him, trying to tell him, look at him.
Yeah,
he's talking. They looking in the war room. Come on, man, do right, Will. Come on, Will.
Yeah, I don't think they're trying to move back any further than like 43, 45, something like that. I don't think they're wanting to move back any further than that. You don't want your first pick to come in the second half of the second round,
Right.
Like that's no good.
They're down to 237. The clock is ticking.
Yeah,
maybe they won't pick anyone. We haven't really considered that. Maybe they just won't pick anyone. Anybody.
Could you imagine that blunder? Could you imagine that blunder? That they just let it go by and then they run a card up behind it. Come on, man. But it's happened before. It's not unprecedented. It's not unprecedented. The Minnesota Vikings did it before.
So, did they lose the pick?
Yeah, the Vikings, they actually let somebody – they didn't lose it. They just ran the card up behind them.
Okay, yeah.
So they let a team jump in front of them, and it's like, okay. That was sort of – but it worked out for them. So, it is what it is.
Yeah.
On the clock, 2 minutes.
Oh, here they go with this Michael Mayer. Michael Mayer is not Jason Witten. Come on, man. Come on, man.
150. 148 is counting down, man. It's counting down. It's getting tight. There's some puckering going on up there with them top two guys on the screen right now, man. It's getting tight. They're trying to squeeze that nickel.
Do we think that New York might be interested in trading Deontay Banks for the 26th pick? Do you think we could talk them into that?
We might. I mean, Eli was the best player on our team for a long time.
You got 123 to
That's
make
a
it
joke.
happen.
That's a joke, obviously.
Yeah, we follow you. So the nickel is getting tighter. They squeezing that nickel, man. They squeeze it.
This isn't a good sign to me because I don't think that it's either.
They're showing Michael Mayer. Oh, they're showing Michael Mayer. God dang it!
Wait, what? I don't see it.
They're showing him on the screen. I'm watching.
No, they're showing him at his house.
Oh,
58 seconds.
It's either they got multiple bites or they got no bites, and I think they got no bites.
They're clapping already. Here it is. So the pick is in.
47 seconds. 47 seconds. 42 seconds.
Pick is in. They're up shaking their fist and doing everything. Will is not looking happy. He's sitting down at the computer still.
Yeah, they didn't want to take somebody here.
30,
you don't take
29, 27. The pick is in. Here we go. The pick is in. Here it comes. Dallas Cowboy fans, your first round pick of the 2023 draft is
Mozzie Smith.
That's what it is?
Yeah.
Official?
Mozzie Smith, official.
Wow.
That's a good pick.
Wow.
That's who they wanted. They didn't want to take him at 26.
Bye-bye, Big Hank.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody lost a job on the defensive line. I don't know who. So let me get instant reaction, Cowboys. Two guys on the pod. How you like the pick? Mod is stunned. Mod is stunned.
I'm not stunned. I'm not stunned. So, look, I mean, Tate asked the question earlier, like, hypothetical, you can't trade back. Nobody's willing to do, you can't make it happen. Like, you just can't trade back. You got to take somebody there. Like, who are you taking? And like I said, Mozzie Smith. So I can't be upset about that, right? Like, I think they didn't take 9 minutes to make that pick because they were just waiting, right? Like, they wanted to trade back. They didn't want to take Mozzie Smith at 26. is obviously a player that they liked, but they didn't like him at 26. And so I feel the same way. I mean, I wanted them to trade back. I think they tried. They couldn't. Mozzie Smith's the pick. I think he's going to help. Like, that fills a hole. We don't have the 1-2 technique. Like, we just don't have. I mean, we have Jonathan Hankins, but like, he's not that good. He's really not. And Mozzie Smith, he looks like he could. You know, it's not a bad pick. It's not a bad pick. I think they just got a bad spot.
He's probably the best true nose in the draft.
I think you're right. I think he is.
But like you said, no, noses don't go with that high of a premium of a first round pick. So they probably did want to trade back.
Yeah.
Mod, how you feeling? You done got real quiet.
I agree with Tom, man. I really feel like we were trying to trade out of that pick. We were really trying to get out of it. Nobody was giving us play. I'm just glad they didn't pick a tight end. I'm really glad about that.
Yeah.
I'm super happy about that. Not there. Mozzie Smith is a need. Definitely needed a run stopping defensive tackle. He's that guy. He's a butt plug where he would just sit down and cause a collision, and that's what you need. He's strongest player in the draft.
True.
You know, so I mean, like I said, I'm looking at the pick, kind of thinking about it. I'm sure I will love it once the season gets started. I think he's going to be a guy that is going to step in and instantly help us at the defensive tackle position.
The live chat saying it was a trash pick, basically, man. Like I said, I don't know. I don't have nothing in the game. I don't have nothing in the game.
Claude said Taco Charles and revisited.
But who was it? Who was the TJ Watt in this scenario? Like, who is it? Who's the TJ Watt?
Well, we won't know till after, right?
Right.
So theoretically, like, who's the person that we think, like, theoretically could be the TJ Watt?
If you're going D-line, it could be Brian Brisset.
Miles Murphy.
Brian Brisset, man. I don't see the. It's like Brian Brisset to me is like, man, this guy's pretty good. He's a pretty good 3 technique, and he's a pretty good 5 technique. It's like, okay, like he doesn't have any one tool that like makes him special. So I never got all of the like Brisset as like a.
I think I think you're going on pedigree, and he was a 5-star come out of high school, goes to Clemson, has a good sophomore year, just junior year. Dealt with some tragedy, dealt with some injuries, dealt with some personal family stuff. I mean, so
he said Taco was trash. Mozzie will be a pro.
I think so too.
Yeah, I agree.
And I know you're not just saying that because you're a Michigan fan. I literally, like I said, I'm sitting here and I was thinking to myself, you know, what could we have done at that spot, right? I mean, you look at Nolan Smith. You look long and hard at him, right? You really do. But like Tom says, you know, he's a tool guy. You know, I don't know if he's a true edge, but he's fast. He got all of them. Man, I'm just thinking to myself, what if Philadelphia get this man at 30? You know, it's just a homecoming.
Yes.
You know, but
Georgia homecoming.
Yeah, it's a Georgia homecoming. We can't think like that. We can't try to draft somebody to stop somebody from getting somebody.
The Bengals do.
The Bengals draft to stop the Ravens and the Steelers. That's how they draft. That's what they're trying to do. But hey, so listen. But this is gonna be the issue, man. Nolan Smith, Joey Porter Jr., Miles Murphy, Brian Branch. Those are the guys you left on the table. So is Mozzie Smith going to have a better pro career than one of those guys?
You can't. I don't think you can ever go off that, man. I mean, they got what they felt like they needed.
Yeah. And then
that's
not
all
only
you
that,
can ever do.
Look at the players around Mozzie. Now that's the thing. The players around Mozzie are pretty good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got a Michael Parsons, you got a Stephen Gilmore, you got a Diggs, Trevon Diggs. You got some players. You got what's our safety's name back there? All of our safeties are really good. Wilson, Curse.
Wilson.
You know what I'm saying?
Malik.
I mean, and
Malik
then
Hooker.
like Thomas was saying,
Malik Hooker.
Hooker.
Malik Hooker.
Like Thomas was
gotta
saying,
say Ohio State people.
yeah, I got you. Like Thomas was saying earlier, here's the deal. If you can keep people off of Leighton Vander Esch from side to side, he's pretty good.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? When he
Lamar
don't have to
Jackson,
shed
too.
blocks, he's pretty good. So, I mean, you know, and then
Oh,
you still got Tank over on the
Dallas
other
is a top
side. So,
5 defense. That's a top 5 defense.
Yeah, in the league right now. I agree.
With the personnel they have and Dan Quinn's schematics, that's a top 5 defense.
yeah.
And maybe that's why he took Maisie Smith, because he's a chess piece.
Yeah.
You know, you can move him you can really move him across the defensive
Big
line
G.
anywhere. Yeah. What's up, man?
If Levis or Hooker don't get drafted, does that increase the value of number 32 for the Steelers?
Hold
Oh,
on.
absolutely.
Antoine Harrison went to Jacksonville at tackle.
Oh,
That
nice
was a
pick.
reach. That was a reach.
He was projected to go anywhere between
24.
32 and
Yeah,
30.
that wasn't a reach. He was supposed to go at
If
24.
they wanted to tackle to protect Trevor Lawrence, I get it. And the
Well,
dude just got in trouble, right?
Yeah,
The dude got in
Ashawn
trouble.
Robinson just got suspended for PEDs. So, you know, and there's no telling how long it's going to be. It could be half the season. It could be the whole season. So they needed a left tackle to protect him. So, yeah, take that. That makes sense. I just thought if you're going to go a tackle to protect him, I would have looked at DeJuan Jones. I mean,
Yeah,
I know
DeJuan would have been the person I would have got there.
Yeah.
But he had a better grade. Now the Bengals are on the clock, man.
B Dirt.
Tight end all the way. Tight end all the way. You know,
Mayor.
tight end all the way, B Dirt.
That'll be two.
So-
That'll be two tight ends with some picks left.
So, Big G, I said if Levis and Hendon Hooker don't go, does that increase the value of number 32
Oh yeah.
for teams wanting to come up for a quarterback with a second round pick? So you don't got to worry about the 5th-year option and all that. You get them for cheap.
Yeah. I mean, I think I still, with some of the guys that are still remaining on the board, I don't know if we trade off that pick, but the value with those two guys that everybody was saying was going to go in the first round, still sitting there with the first pick of the second round. I mean, the Steelers are winning because even think about this. Joey Porter Jr. sitting there, Tate. He's sitting there. We thought we was going to have to get the guy at 17. We might be able to pull the strings and get him at 32.
Yeah.
So you're looking at Murphy, Joey Porter Jr., Nolan Smith. You still got Keely Ringo out there.
Yes. Yeah, best available. I'm going to read best available real quick, man. Best available, of course, we know Will Levis, boo. Nolan Smith, Michael Mayer, Joey Porter Jr., Miles Murphy, Brian Branch, Luke Musgrave, Felix Izuma, Hooker, Steve Alula, TCU, Brian
Steve
Brazil.
Avila.
Yeah. Mingo is still there. I mean, there's some guys, man. There's some Osiris Torrance Tate. If we wanted to just fortify the line forever, we get Osiris Torrance at 32.
But we just have to sign two guards in free agency.
Move one to center.
And you still got Daniels, and you still got Kevin Dotson, and you still got Kendrick Green probably gonna get cut.
Cut. Somebody going to center. You know, I mean, there's a lot of value there, man. It's a lot. A guy you love, Tate, Keanu White, defensive end for Georgia Tech, he's still sitting there. So it's a lot.
Do I like him at 32 though?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he's there.
B Dirt said Branch or Mayer. I'm ecstatic. Then he said Nolan Smith.
B Dirt can't make up his mind.
Please don't take Nolan Smith.
So you want Nolan Smith, Tate?
No, he's wanting him to go to Philadelphia.
Oh.
No, I really could. I want Nolan Smith to be an option, but okay. I don't want Nolan Smith bearing down with Hendrickson and those guys on KP8 though.
Man, but I like Trenton Simpson more than I like Nolan Smith, man. You
put
the tape on Trenton. You put the tape on with Trenton Simpson. He jumps off the tape.
He does.
Yeah, but he misses tackles. He don't know his assignments all the time. He's a freak athlete like Nolan Smith. I just think Nolan Smith is a better athlete.
Coach him up. The Bengals, the pick is in. Let's see what happened. Anybody got it yet? I ain't got it, but the pick is in.
Miles Murphy.
Miles Murphy. Wow.
Miles Murphy?
Wow, they went edge, just not Nolan Smith.
No tight end for you, buddy, B Dirt. No tight end for you, B Dirt.
B Dirt just left too. He left, said he'll be back, and he didn't get a chance to see his pick.
He's going to wipe his face, man. He crying a little bit, man. A few tears went down. He's upset a little bit. What's going
Go ahead,
on?
go ahead and bury your sorrows in that green beer you checked out on for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, he still got something left on the shelf, Tate. It's been sitting and marinating just for this pick. It's just for this pick. He's like, oh my God, why did we pick this guy? He wasn't even on my radar, man. He wasn't even, Miles Murphy, really? But guess what? I like the pick.
Why, G?
Because you give him another edge rusher opposite of Hendrickson, and you can stack him up behind Hubbard and Hendrickson. You can put him on either side of the ball. You can stand him up. You can put his hand down. He's a chess piece. In our division, Tate, you got to have pieces you can move around and make you do some strange things on defense. So he's a chess piece, and he fits. So I don't think it was a bad pick. Did they need a tight end? Yes. But they got Murphy. And who thought Murphy would be sitting there at 28?
That's why he wasn't on the radar. Nobody thought Murphy would be there much past the teens.
Yeah, exactly. Murphy's sitting there at 28. Come on, man. I mean, that's a steal of the draft. So, those Bengals fans that wanted the tight end, yeah.
Tim Lyons don't like it.
Tim Lyons is hostile. Claude Bishop said he laughing. Come on, Claude. Give him a break, man.
Miles Murphy is not a bad pick.
No, it's not.
No.
It might not be. They might could use something else, but again, I always go back to the teams know what they want. I mean, they could have picked Michael Mayer.
Mm-hmm.
They could have picked Darnell Washington.
Mm-hmm.
They know what they want. They know see what's in front of them. So now we're on pick 27.
No, we're on pick 30. We got 3 to go. We got the Saints, the Eagles, and the Kansas City Chiefs. That's it.
So 29. We're on 29 then.
Yeah, 29. Yeah, which is really pick 30, but you know what I mean.
It's not pick 30. It's pick 29.
They was missing a pick in the first round, man.
But it's pick 29. It's a 29th pick, no matter how you look at it.
Correct. But
the Saints, who are we looking at here? Last night in our mock draft on the Max Winecast out there from the West Coast, for our West Coast peeps, I picked Jahmyr Gibbs for them at this pick. But he's long gone.
Yeah, he's been gone. So do they? I mean, they got Jawan Johnson that plays tight end for them, but do they pick another weapon, or do they get an offensive lineman?
You keep trying to get these tight ends off the board.
Of course I am. Come on now.
What offensive lineman? The only offensive lineman left with the first round grade is probably Osiris Torrance.
DeJuan Jones? They've been reaching all night.
He could go, but I don't think he got a first round grade. I think he's second round.
There's been reaches all night. We've seen it all night.
I would love for them to pick Torrance or Jones, because then that means we get one pick closer to Peasy Jr. or Nolan Smith or Washington. Darnell Wright.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think they actually go with DeJuan here to protect Carr. You got
it ain't a bad pick. It ain't a bad pick.
It's not a bad pick, but I mean,
or Torrance, because they need a guard.
I think Torrance get a higher grade than me, but could they fool us all and go Jalen Hyatt?
Oh my God.
Put him with Chris Olave.
Oh my God. And Mike Thomas. Oh my God. And they got that other little quick dude to play in the slot too, man. That would have a lot going on down there. And Jawan Johnson is a dog tight end. He's not a dog, but he had a lot of touchdown catches.
No, he's becoming better. He's actually improving year by year. That was year 2, and he's coming up. He's ready.
I can see Philly taking DeJuan Jones. Jones. They like the trenches, but I could also see him taking Nolan Smith to be ready to step in after this year and replace Hassan Reddick.
I know who Max, and shout out to Max and Juan on the West Coast Max and Juan podcast, but I know exactly who Max wants. Max wants Darnell Washington at this pick. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. So, I want Washington to slide to us to 32. I'm not gonna front. I'm biased. Let me hold the bias sign up maybe for the last time.
But man, so what if Washington slips to 32, Porter slips to 32, Nolan Smith slips to 32? What do you do?
Washington.
Ooh, over Peasy?
Yes.
I like Washington a lot, man.
Washington's gonna cause problems in Pittsburgh. With Fryer move? Oh, come on, man. It ain't fair, dog.
So B Dirt, you like it, huh? B Dirt likes to pick. He say it fits their scheme.
After he hit that beer, like he didn't just hit the beer, he chugged it. Tom, he turned it up like this. He's like, oh my god.
That green beer after was laughing at the reference that we said he crying in this green beer.
Yeah, that's what was happening, man. But it's his team, so he liked to pick.
Yeah, if he say the pick is good, I believe him.
0 beers, B Dirt. You think we believe that?
Never.
0 beers.
Never. Never in a million years.
Brian Brzee.
They traded.
Who'd they trade to?
The Broncos.
The Broncos took Brian. They traded back in the first round and got Brian Brzee.
I'm showing the Saints took Brian Brzee. Maybe that's not. Maybe
that's the trade.
Oh no, it's saying the trade. It's saying the trade. They got the Saints this pick. My bad.
So the Saints took Brian Brzee.
Yeah,
that fits.
That fits.
Tate, you were talking about the other night how they needed defensive line help because they lost guys.
Yeah, they did. They lost the what's the defensive end's name they had? They drafted a couple years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago.
Davenport? Is that who
Davenport?
It was? Yeah, Davenport. Yeah.
They still got Cam Jordan, and he gonna take, just like Cam Hayward would, and Cam Jordan gonna take Brian Brzee under his wing, show him the ropes. Dennis Allen's a defensive coach. The Saints have had a great defense for the past 5 years.
Yes.
So I think it fits.
Yeah.
Surprising a little bit to me, but it fits.
Hey, the Eagles run this pickup. Branch from Alabama, they run it like their feet is on fire. Branch goes here.
They're taking another Georgia Bulldog.
That's a good call, Ma.
They take another.
They need a safety. They lost Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, but they got Terrell Edmonds from us.
I think they're taking another Bulldog. They're taking a Bulldog. It's family reunion going on and up there in Philadelphia. Georgia Bulldogs. They just bulldog, dog chains, dog biscuits, fire hydrants, all the stuff that dogs love is just sitting all around. They just didn't hook it all up, man. They didn't hook it all up. It's a family reunion, man, of the Bulldogs.
Hey, Big
there,
G.
man. What's happening?
Talking about Philly, man. I think the Sixers are gonna beat the Celtics now.
Boston ended it?
Yeah, Boston won by about 8. They won.
Okay. You think the Sixers are going to beat?
So we got classic matchups in that, man. We got Celtics, Sixers, and we got Heat, Knicks.
Yeah, those are
Classics.
old school rivals.
Yes.
Man, don't bring the Knicks up right now, man. I'm still. Hey,
John
Starks.
You crossed over to the soft side, man. You with us now.
I know I'm with the Cavs, but John Starks.
That hurts. Hey, you guys, 2 picks left. The Eagles and the Chiefs, the Super Bowl champion Chiefs. Brzee may have only had in his room. He got 5 people there. That's somebody who keep his circle small.
Well, he had a horrific thing happen to him with the loss of his sister, man.
Yeah.
So their family is still trying to recover and work through this. It's a joyous moment, but the loss of his sister. So she's smiling down from heaven for him right now. Just saying, hey, man, you made it. You made it.
Yeah,
you made it. So for sure, man. And shout out to their family. Yeah, shout out to their family, man.
So the last 2 picks. Let's start with the Chiefs. Who you think the Chiefs take best out of best available? Best available right now: Will Levis, Nolan Smith,
Never,
Brian Branch, Michael Mayer, Joey Porter Jr., Osiris Torrance, and DeJuan Jones, or Felix Uzuma. Who we thinking the Chiefs take?
a weapon,
no,
an offensive weapon.
Oh, you think offensive weapon? All right,
offensive weapon. That's how they get down. That's how they get. Well, last year Kansas City took the kid from Purdue. What's his name? Kolafis?
Krolofsky, something like that.
Yeah, he played defensive end for Purdue. They took him in the first round last year. So
what do you think? And there's somebody who fits the Chiefs that's a little bit further down. Tank Dell.
Nah.
They're not. Come on, Mod.
Nah.
He ain't going to the 3rd round.
Speed to burn.
No, Jalen Hyatt is
They,
speed to burn.
they got that guy last year when they got the kid from Pitt.
Yeah, Jalen Hyatt is speed to burn. If they're gonna go receiver, they're gonna go Jalen Hyatt.
He's actually ranked over Jalen Hyatt.
Now,
I could see him going Michael Mayer and trying to give Travis Kelce an understudy because Travis Kelce ain't getting no younger.
So my question, this is the thing about Kansas City. What does their head coach like more than anything? You've been on this for a while. What is the Chiefs? What does Andy Reid like more than anything?
Cheeseburgers.
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 He likes versatility. He likes being able to put people all over the place, right? Darnell Washington is a piece that you could put all over the place.
See, stop saying Darnell Washington to all these other teams, man. Let him get by. Let him get by Philly. Let him get by Kansas City, man.
They like ringing around the Rosie up there, man.
And then if the Steelers have a chance to get him and don't take him, I'm okay with it. But I want us to have a chance. They took Nolan Smith.
Eagles.
Oh, hey, Bulldogs and biscuits everywhere. Bulldogs and biscuits. There's all kind of stuff going on up there, man.
Them boys gonna play hard too, man, because they playing together. Hey, you got Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith.
Wow.
It's Bulldogs and biscuits everywhere, man. Max, I know you feeling it. I know you feeling it.
I know, Max, if you watching, bro, I know you're losing your mind right now.
I mean, if you come out of draft with Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith, you winning.
You won the first round.
Yeah.
No you doubt. Won the first round.
No, I still got to go with the Texans.
No,
really?
The Texans won, but you know, with Philadelphia, with what they have already, they really winning.
Oh yeah. To be the runner-up in the Super Bowl, and then you get Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith.
Yeah, Texas did win with the 2 picks at 2 and 3, but man,
Tiger blood. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
they're saying it right now.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary.
I think Detroit might have lost it, man. With Gibbs and Jack Campbell, they had 2 picks. Well, you know what'd you do?
Yeah, that's kind of. I mean, they solid players, but that's kind of ho hum. Like,
yeah,
you could have so much more.
Yeah. Seattle got Witherspoon, and what was their second pick?
And Jigba.
Jackson Smith. Seattle number 3 so far.
Yeah, I agree.
It go Houston, then it go Philadelphia, and then it goes Seattle.
I don't disagree.
Tom, 2 of those 3 teams is in the NFC, by the way.
Yeah.
They're in the NFC. They're causing problems.
Yeah, I'm pretty upset about this.
Yeah. It's okay.
I'm pretty upset about how does Philadelphia get Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith?
That's I mean, you're looking at it to just shaking. And that guy right there, I can't stand him, Sirianni. I can't stand Sirianni, man. And they got him in the camera right now. I want to throw my water bottle at TV.
B-Dirt said Brian Branch would be great to be there for the Steelers, too. I agree.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You take Brian Branch or Joey Porter Jr.?
For our defense, I take Joey Porter Jr. because of what we did in the offseason with getting the 2 safeties that we brought in.
Yeah, but we need a nickel, and Branch can play the nickel all day.
Okay. I understand.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'll probably go Joey Porter too, but I mean, I wouldn't be mad at Branch. I wouldn't be mad at Porter, and I wouldn't be mad at Darnell Washington. And we're gonna get one of them because this is the last pick, right?
Yeah. Look at what they added this offseason departures. This is what they lost, but they done stacked it up.
They done re-up. They got tears. They crying. They crying. Real tears coming across the stage. Jalen Carter is.
The pick is in. The pick is in.
Kansas City pick is in?
I think that's what they're saying. The pick is in. They ran somebody up to that podium.
Kansas City.
Yeah, they ran somebody. It's in. So we're going to see. We're going to see. I think they go offensive weapon.
I can see them taking Brian Branch to replace what they lost in Honey Badger.
Honey Badger, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. Maybe it's just me, fellas, but I'm not just. Brian Branch is a good player, but I'm not that high on him.
I think this is Felix Anudike. Like that's a possibility
Felix
too.
I think it's Felix
from Kansas State.
If it's not Felix, I'm going out on a limb and I'm saying Tank Dell. If it's not Felix,
man, would you stop saying these second round receivers?
Hey,
if they take
and they like Big G. What's the kid name they got from Pitt last year? That's kind of similar to Tank Dell.
Hey,
they just re-signed Marcole Hartman. What the hell are you doing with these little midget receivers running around the field for?
They got what was that kid? Hold on, let me look and tell you the name of the dude, man. That they got at Kansas City. He was a backup wide receiver, but he came on big late.
He scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I'm about to tell you. He don't know if he went to Pitt. He went to one of them small schools.
He did go to Pitt, man.
I'm about to tell you. Just hold tight.
Live chat, help me out so I can prove Big G wrong.
Hey, man, I'm checking facts, man. I don't want to say nothing crazy. Sky Moore.
Sky Moore
didn't go to no Pitt.
No, he did. He went to Western Michigan. You're right, but he's from Pittsburgh. He's from Pittsburgh. My bad.
He's from Pittsburgh. But
is it possible? This is Jalen Hyatt too? Like, is that a possibility?
Philly? No.
Kansas City.
Yeah, it's a possibility. Yeah, absolutely, Tom. That ain't no reach.
I still think it's Felix Uzoma, but
I like
Jalen Hyatt. He's just all over people's boards. You know, you got people with him in the late first round. You got people that got him in the third.
Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Can it be 3 tight ends in this one pick?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. They're gonna fly off the board tomorrow evening. Them jokers, they flying like hotcakes tomorrow. That boom, boom, boom. You might see 3 or 4 of them going the first 3 or 4 picks. They flying off the board. They flying off the board tomorrow. I promise you that. I promise.
Okay, man.
Who think that guys like who fell? Washington #1. You know, who would think he fell? But you know,
I got Kansas City going.
You know what I haven't seen? Mel Kiper, and I ain't seen Mel Kiper say a little bit of nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's avoiding the camera.
Because you know why, Mel Kiper? You need to get real, bro. You need to get real, Mel Kiper.
This is a new one. New sign, man. I love this.
Get real, Mel Kiper.
Listen, it's our first annual draft, you guys, and Big G busted out a brand new sign. I love it, baby. I love it.
Get real, Kiper. Will Levis is trash. He is trash, man. He might not never start a game in the NFL.
Well, as long as he increases the value of the number 32 pick, because somebody gonna want him.
Yeah, somebody gonna be a sucker. You know, but I'm telling you, we ain't getting off of 32. They would have to give us a whole lot.
Hey, Mod.
Yes, sir.
I'm just remembering, man. I told you this was going to be over by 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went fast.
It's 11:46 your time.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I said 8 to 12. You said 7 to 12 your time. It's about to be 11 your time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody see Chris Collinsworth? I don't know if it's sometime in the last couple of days. He had Kansas City taking a quarterback with this pick. I don't know if it was like Hendon Hooker, maybe.
What? Why?
Yeah, right. No, I'm being serious. Dead serious.
What's what new sign is Afton talking about?
The one I just showed.
Oh, what is it?
I told him to get real.
No, don't show me. I don't want to see it.
Get real, Tate.
I love it. The
Get
new
real,
sign.
Tate.
Did you see Timothy Line? He said, "Don't show me."
Yeah, I said it too. Hey, Afton, stop blowing this guy head up about these dumb signs.
The signs is boss, man. Hey, Tate. Nah, hold up, bro. You need to chill out, man.
No,
hold up, bro. Hold up, man. You tripping?
Oh my God.
Are you making those like right now off screen? Are you making those?
I got some in the chamber, buddy. I got some I ain't fired off yet. I got some in the chamber, man. Bro. I got some stuff in the chamber.
Afton says she's jealous of your lettering abilities.
After there's nothing about it, man. Actually, I can't take full credit for this.
Yeah, his daughter do all that stuff.
No, I do it. I help too. It's both of us.
You
It's
use
both of us.
stencils?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. But you know, like I could take full credit for this one. You know, this is me.
It
full
looked
credit.
like it. That looked worse than all of them.
Bias.
I mean,
Bias is boss.
it's the most necessary run when you're dealing with mod all day.
Yeah.
But
With me,
artistically,
he
it
got a
looked the
whole
worst.
sign. He puts the sign up for himself as much
Oh,
as
yeah.
he has to use it for
He
me.
needs to. But hey, in all fairness, I call for him to do it too, though.
Yeah. Hey,
I
look,
know. I understand when both y'all being biased.
Well, I mean, don't act like you not biased neither, Tate.
What am I biased about?
Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
man.
you are always biased about the
Oh.
Steelers. You're biased about Ohio State. You're biased.
I'm biased about, like I said, like we talked yesterday. Did I say Kenny Pickett gonna get MVP votes? No.
Because he's not.
And neither is Dak Prescott, but you said it.
He's gonna get votes.
Hey,
He's gonna get votes.
what we said was he's going to be in the conversation.
No, you said that,
no,
Tom.
that's what you said,
He
Tom.
said MVP
I
votes.
said he's
Tom,
gonna
you get a
some
pass.
votes.
Tom, you get a pass. Ma gets no pass.
Yeah.
Never
And
in life
yesterday,
you get a pass.
we was
And
on
guess what?
and
Guess
everybody
what?
was
I said it
laughing.
with my chest. And I said it with my chest. I put it out there. It
And this
is
ain't
what it
payday.
is.
This ain't payday. Say it with your chest,
And I'll
bro.
say it again. I'll say it with my chest. He's gonna get MVP votes. Bet.
So let me ask you a question. With the first round under the book, what's the Cowboys' record next year?
I don't know that yet. We're because we're not done. We're not done fielding the team. There's gonna be some trades after the draft, and some people picked up after the draft that I think is gonna be the telltale tape. Give me, let me check it out. We'll see. Once the draft is totally complete, we'll start talking about that. But we got to see the draft be complete. Right now, I'm gonna tell you like this: Philly is top heavy, bro. Like, I mean, they added to their squad, they added to their roster. I don't want to see them take their picks away from here on out. Let's not let them get anything else. Take their picks away.
It's gonna be it's gonna be the first time a team won that division back to back in what 20 years.
No, I don't know that they're gonna win it back to back.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're gonna win it back to back.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
that.
they're gonna win
it. They favored.
Yeah, by a lot. It ain't close. By a lot, they favored.
I can see Philly going 13-4 and Dallas going 11-6.
I can't say that. We split with them last year, and they had a great record. We split with them last year. So again, it's the NFC East. Every year it's notorious. You're gonna split with some. You're not sweeping the East. You're not.
But
we the only team.
Look who you played, Omar.
Didn't they beat Cooper Rush and y'all beat Garner Minshew? Not the same.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we didn't really. You didn't really.
It doesn't matter.
Go head to head with everybody else.
That's semantics. Did we win one and then they won? They beat us with our backup.
Yeah, but
we beat them with their backup.
That's what I'm saying. Now, when it's Jalen Hurts versus Dak Prescott, we get down to the nitty gritty.
Listen, a win is a win. I hate how y'all semantic try to pull stuff apart and judge stuff on one thing and the other.
Dak Prescott didn't have no receivers.
Let me ask you a question. If y'all had one more win last year, are you in the playoffs? That win count.
Correct.
Again,
but
don't talk to me until y'all get in the playoffs.
Talk
to me again until you get in the playoffs. Get in the playoffs.
We wasn't calling playoffs.
Get in the playoffs.
We wasn't calling playoffs.
Get in the playoffs.
Was like this a rebuild year.
Get in the playoffs. Get in the playoffs. That's what y'all worry about.
All right.
Get in the playoffs.
Okay, yeah. Win the division.
Dak
Prescott don't choke.
Oh, we did that last year. We did that last year. When's the last time y'all did it?
Get
in the playoffs.
No, Philadelphia won the division.
No, the year before last, we did that. When last time y'all did it? Get in the playoffs.
2 years ago.
2 years, just like y'all. Just like
y'all. Get in the playoffs. Get in the playoffs.
Y'all trash.
Yeah, y'all's record was trash last year.
Yeah, we wasn't calling for it.
Yeah, well, it don't matter. Y'all, listen, that's semantics. You're talking about my squad. I'm telling you the same. Don't argue something real small over on y'all stuff and then on my stuff and then try to put this big chasm in between me and you. No, let's keep apples and apples, oranges and oranges. Our wins was better than your wins. It is what it is.
You played. So no, wait. We played the AFC teams that y'all.
You need a garbage sign. That's what you need. A garbage sign.
We get to play Houston.
Hey man, look at some of the live chat. Look at some of the live chat.
Hey, look, the pick is in, and Tom was right. Felix Uzoma for Kansas State.
Good
call, that's who they picked up.
Good call.
Yep.
Good call. They got 2 DNs now.
I'm
If
1
we-
for
let me
31 tonight. If you're keeping score.
That's a good call, Tom. But let me tell you what I think about this pick right here. I don't care. Let's talk about who's on the board, Big G, for number 32.
Best available. So let's show a couple signs. Best available, top guy Will Levis, trash tire fire.
I don't think there's any Ohio State players available. You're probably gonna have to trade back to get another one.
DeJuan Jones.
DeJuan Jones is available. But
we don't need him. We got Broderick Jones.
Yeah, this is what's available.
Okay.
The real live what's available. Michael Mayer, tight end, Joey Porter Jr., Brian Branch, Luke Musgrave, Steve Allure from TCU, Mingo, wide receiver Ole Miss, Darnell Washington.
Man, Mingo, get out of here. It's 4th round pick.
Osiris
Big G.
Torrance. Yeah.
Let me say this before Margaret wrap us up.
Mhm.
And Ma, you probably won't holler some people in the live chat. They've been blowing up since we was arguing about the Cowboys and the Steelers and all that stuff. But Big G, we got Joey Porter there, and we was debating Broderick Jones and Joey Porter at the first pick.
Yeah, Joey Porter's y'all's pick, man.
How do you not take Joey Porter right now?
Yeah,
Because Darnell Washington is sitting there.
Oh, I keep forgetting about him.
Brian Branch is there too.
I like Porter better than Branch. I like Branch.
Darnell Washington is
But
sitting there.
again, when you go back to, we were debating all season long about lineman or cornerback, Broderick Jones, Paris Johnson, Porter or Gonzalez, and Porter is there. What else do you do?
Yeah, you take Porter, man. I think what happened, everybody done mock Porter to the Steelers. And get this, if you get Porter at that pick, are you winning the draft at that point? You're totally winning the draft.
You're in the top 5.
Yeah, you're in the top 5 easy. Those are 2 great picks, and you're very successful. You got your guys. You loaded up.
Exactly.
You got your guys.
And 49 and 80 is gravy.
Yeah. So 49, we could get Julius Brents.
Now if you get Porter now.
Yeah. You could get Ika, who everybody thought we was going to go at 32.
He can pick 80 at the most. Get out of here.
Yeah, he
Bro,
gets 3rd round probably.
Listen, man. Listen, G, I need you to understand, bro. You're because you're not seeing it. You're not seeing it. Y'all mocked to get JPJ all year.
In the 1st round.
All
At
year.
17.
And that was who y'all was supposed to get. So there's no way that, I mean, when y'all are asleep at night, they already got the card. Like you got those signs marked out. They already got theirs turned in. It's waiting. It's JPJ or bust at this point. I mean, Darnell Washington is appetizing and he looks good. But, I mean, all year long, through this draft process, everybody mocked JPJ to the Steelers. I don't think the Steelers go away from that. I don't think they go away from that.
So what about JPJ at 32, and then we mess around and get Washington at 49?
So I would definitely take that all day. Then you super winning.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
But I mean, you could get Drew Sanders at 49. You could get Washington. You could get the kid that's on the board now from Georgia Tech.
Yeah. The defense.
I mean, there's a lot of things you get at 49 is potential. But I agree with Ma, right? Unless somebody calls and they know the Steelers want Porter, so the fact that they know the Steelers want Porter and they want to get one of the quarterbacks, they can offer the Steelers a huge haul. They can say, if you drop back to 35, we'll give you our 3rd round pick. I got to do that.
Yeah, because you still get the guy you want and you pick up an extra pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the 3rd round, which is before 80, probably.
And if somebody mess around and say, oh, well, we're going to take Joey Porter, guess who's still there? Darnell Washington. So you don't lose and you get an extra pick. So, I mean, I'm with it. I think
Mod is in his draft bag now. You starting to feel things. Draft bag.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't think that the unless they're offered a great trade, I don't think that the Steelers move off this pick. Tom, we getting ready to wrap it up, man. Give me your parting shots.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just scrolling through. I'm just scrolling through here and just like things that are, jumping out to me. Like we touched on Philadelphia, they nailed it. Texans nailed it. Looks like the Steelers are going to nail it. You got other things that stand out to me, I think we're going to look back on this draft and the biggest bonehead picks are going to be Emmanuel Forbes at 16, Jordan Addison at 23.
I just think Emmanuel Forbes. I think everybody else did themselves great except Washington.
There's a couple other cases where you can say for sure they reached, but maybe they had to. I think the Cowboys maybe had to. I don't think that they really had a choice.
What about Will McDonald at the Jets, Tom?
That's, to me, it's just a boomer bust pick. I mean, like we talked about earlier, I mean, the guy was basically playing 3 and 4 technique at 250 pounds or whatever it was. Like, he's an edge rusher who was forced to play out of position and was just racking up sacks. So this guy he could be really special. Like, he could be one of the best edge rushers in this draft. Like, I think he's got a ton of upside. So it's like maybe the Jets valued him more than other teams, but that doesn't make it a reach if if it's more boom and less bust. So I don't say like that's a pick that's got way more upside to me than an Emmanuel Forbes or Jordan Addison. I just don't see it with Jordan Addison at all. That just seems like a huge reach. But like Jack Campbell at 18 probably seems like a little bit of a reach, but he was kind of a unique player.
Yeah. Only middle linebacker, only true middle linebacker in the draft.
Only true middle linebacker. So yeah, a lot of things happened. A lot of things went down the way we thought they were going to go down, and a lot of things went down the way that in very unexpected ways. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch it unfold.
For sure.
Tate, talk to me, man.
Man, first I want to just address some of the foolishness in the live chat. Claude talking about Broderick Jones would have been there at 32, Big G.
Claude, what? He said what?
Look at the last live chat comment.
Come on, man.
B Dirt is telling us that Joey Porter Jr. don't fit our scheme.
Now, Claude said it wouldn't have been there at 32.
He said what?
Claude said wouldn't have been there at 32.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't have. He wouldn't have been there at 17, Claude. My comment is cut off on the end, so okay, I didn't read it wrong, but still. And what is B Dirt talking about? Get out of here, man. But just because you're on a Steelers show don't make you Steelers knowledgeable. But to piggyback on what Tom said, man, I think Texans win, Philly wins. I think Pittsburgh has the potential to win with this next pick, whatever they do. I think Detroit could have got more juice for the squeeze out they draft, man. You know what I mean? I like Gibbs and I like Jack Campbell, but we talking about they passed on Nolan Smith.
Mm-hmm.
They passed on Christian Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they passed on some true players that are playmakers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think their defense need that juice.
Mm.
I mean, they made themselves a more solid team with the draft, but they could have juiced up.
Mm.
I really like what the Steelers did. I like trading up just to being aggressive to go get your guy.
Mm.
And I think he would have been the guy, maybe even over Paris Johnson for style of play. Yeah. And I mean, I think I agree with Forbes way too early. Maybe in the 40s, not pick 15, 16. No way. And I like what Seattle did. Seattle got who they take first? They took who they take with the 5th pick? Y'all remember, do you?
Washington. I mean,
Devin Witherspoon.
The cornerback.
Witherspoon.
Yeah.
So they got Witherspoon and Jigba. I think I give him a win too. So I can't wait till tomorrow night to see how this unfolds for the second round starting out. We get to start the day off. I'm sure they get a lot of calls tonight, and we'll just see what happens. So thanks for joining us. If you're still here watching right now, hit the like, hit subscribe. How many subscribers have we got since we asked that we get 10 more subscribers? Do y'all know?
I didn't even look.
Let's check it out, Tate.
We got 0 subscribers since then.
0. We'll try again.
Come on, y'all.
We'll try again.
And maybe all the people here are subscribed. So
but tell your
I can't blame them. But tell somebody.
Tell your auntie and uncle and them to subscribe to the KnoItAllz, man. Big G, holla at me, man. Parting shot.
Well, first of all, I want to say congratulations to all of the 31 young men that had opportunity to live their dream this evening and walk up to the podium and be welcome to the NFL. You know, it's the best of the best of the best make it. So all the hard work, effort, and energy that you put in to get your dream accomplished, congratulations. Not many kids make it, and you made it. So you have an opportunity to change your life, change your family, change everything. Take full advantage of it. But first and foremost, congratulations for the work. The second thing I want to say is, I think this was one of the most topsy-turvy drafts that we've seen in the last decade. There were so many trades, there were so many unknowns, and I think I agree with Tate and Tom. Many teams got rich. There were some teams that had some questionable stuff, but many teams got rich. And my last point and last shout is, you know, I got to say it. Go Bucks. With the 3 first-round picks that the Ohio State Buckeyes have, we now become the #1 school with the most first-round picks in NFL history. So congratulations to all 3 of the Ohio State Buckeyes. CJ Stroud.
Anyway, Big G.
Right, but hey, we
They
still in the
added
deal.
to it. Was that the most first-round picks from one school today?
No, the
Georgia
Bulldogs.
had 3.
Yeah. So, but congratulations to CJ Stroud. Congratulations to Paris Johnson Jr. Congratulations to Jackson Smith and Juka. You guys did us great at Ohio State. I have no complaints. You played your heart out. You did what you needed to do. So congratulations to my beloved Buckeyes. And I'm looking forward even more so for pick number 32 tomorrow, because Tate, I agree. We have an opportunity to do something really big in Pittsburgh this season with landing the number 32 pick for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So the question to you and mine is, are we coming on tomorrow, at least for the first part of the second round?
I don't know. I think we're probably going to end up coming in at the last, just kind of reviewing the day and what happened. I will say this, and we'll let everyone know we'll get the show up early so that you'll know what time we're coming on. Man, my parting shot is, and G kind of hit a little bit on it, but I'll get to it in a second. Dude, Tom, you said it. You kind of said a mouthful. You have to. This is the most bang or bust draft I've seen in a long. You either hit or you miss. And I'm gonna tell you, the teams that hit, they're gonna hit big. The teams that miss, they're gonna miss big, because there were a couple of teams that reached. You know, Will McDonald is good, but it was a reach. It was clear. It was a clear reach. It really was. And you know, I love boxing, and when you overreach, sometimes you don't see that other punch that's coming is about to tag you on your chin, because you done wasted. You done wasted some energy, and that other person is a counterpuncher. And so, I mean, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, all right, there's some teams that won tonight, but then there's some teams that, hey, man, if this player don't work out for you, you really hurt yourself, because you were in a position to do yourself good. The other thing is when you think about it, what G said is real. I mean, these kids have worked their whole life to get to this point, and it's serious. It's an opportunity to change everyone in your family's life. The thing that I want to stress the most is, you saw a lot of people, you know, in draft rooms with their parents, with their friends, with their family. I said this on the Cowboys pod, but I'll say it again. You gotta understand, man, you have to watch the company you keep. Your surrounding group is gonna be that thing that keep you guys in the loop. As you're becoming professional athletes, you need to know that you are who you hang around, man. And don't put yourself in a position. There are a couple of Cowboys I could call out. You know, the Kevin Josephs of the world. You know, you're riding around with your old friends, and your life has changed at this point. You can't do old things. If you continue to do old things, listen, your old life is the enemy of your new life. You stepped into a whole new place, so you got to live in that new place. You got to leave the yesteryear behind you. And I understand the whole keep it real thing, but understand, if you keep it, the way to keep it real is do what LeBron James did. I don't care what you say about LeBron James as a basketball player. The man's a great man. And he took everyone around him and they became millionaires. Everyone around, all of his friend group became millionaires, and they in turn insulate him, and they are his unit. So you didn't get to where you got by yourself. You didn't get to where you are by yourself. There was a group of people that were behind you, pushing you and pulling for you to get there. And make sure that that group of people understand that you're at a different place, and we can't operate like we used to. The enemy of your new life is your old one. Period, point blank. I want to thank you guys for staying with us. You guys have rocked with us in the chat all night long, man. I'm telling you, y'all rock with us in the chat all night long. That was 4 hours. It didn't even feel like 4 hours. You guys had me laughing. We had a whole bunch of fun. Tate ate a whole meal. You know what I'm saying? He got away and ate a whole meal, a smorgasbord, and came back, and we were still here. You know, I was able to get up, go to the bathroom. But shouts out to Big G and Tom Tom. You guys were warriors. Y'all stayed here the whole time. Well, no, Tom Tom left a little bit. So, you know, said I even heard the door slam at one point. But no, we thank you guys for rocking with us. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch, so that when we go live, you'll definitely get those notifications, and you'll know that we are here, man. For myself, for Tom Tom, for Big G, and for Tate, man, I'm the know-it-all that knows it all. We thank you guys for rocking with us. Peace.